lads.
Hello and welcome to the Halloween special of the Goat Sessions. Tonight's goat will be sacrificial. And yeah, welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
I'm Jenk.
Hello, Clarice.
I'm Alfie. Well,
I'm Mitch.
So what were you going to say? Well, what? Have you got another name for yourself right now?
I'm my alter ego,
Which is?
Alfie Filth.
Alfie Filth. I'm sorry. What's everyone come dressed as?
Hannibal Lecter.
Who? Asked.
Dickhead.
I've come dressed as Sonny.
Oh, throwback reference.
Oh.
What have you come as?
Just generic.
You, the whole time watching you getting ready made me so happy inside.
I've never loving it. Do you know what? I actually feel so comfortable in my own skin right now.
That's good. You found your calling.
You look it. You do, don't you? Fucking look it.
You do.
I feel fit.
You look fit.
Thank you.
You look like a...
Do you know when you know someone for ages and then like you see them certain point in their life and you can't imagine them looking any other way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were born for this.
You were born for this.
Sick.
Or you died for this, or you will die for, I don't know, think it's something spoopier. No. First spoopy reference.
What do you come as?
Voodoo guy.
Voodoo guy. Nice.
I did it before and like whited out my face, but it's just too much effort, so I just reversed it this time and used the brown.
It's a bit touchy as well, that is.
Well, it's not, because it's kind of like meant to be significant of like a skull. And my skull's white.
I'm just being silly.
I mean, I've never seen my skull. I presume it's white.
Do you want to see your skull?
Not right now.
It is Halloween.
Not right now. How am I going to see it? At what point can you show me my skull where I'll be able to see my skull consciously?
In the mirror?
Just
Yeah,
scalp,
but what situation am I in?
just scalp you.
That's right. I don't think I'll be conscious for that.
Like, do you know that bit in Poltergeist where the guy goes to the bathroom and just starts ripping his own face off but doesn't stop?
I've never seen Poltergeist.
That happens in that film.
Okay.
You'd stop, wouldn't you?
Pissing bit down me.
Yeah, it's actually really impressive how you're drinking. And
Oh, dude, do you want to get a straw? Did you not think of this?
Fucking hell. There are straws in this pub.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, fuck it. It's funny.
I'll deal with it.
It is funny, yeah, that is true. Just like
I'll just drink away.
Steve Austin it into your
away
mouth.
from the mic so I don't fucking electrocute everyone.
Is that why in the film Silence of the Lambs you never saw Hannibal pissed? Because he couldn't drink a fucking beer, just got it all over himself.
I mean, and he was in prison.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened. That's a big bulk of the film. You know, all of it.
Mm.
Spoiler alert. So how's everyone doing? How's your week been?
Eventful.
We had a good weekend a couple of weeks ago.
We did,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did.
Went to Sheffield to watch Jenk's band play. Footage rolling now. That was fun.
That was good.
That was a good night. So you want to talk about your band?
If you want to, yeah.
Just a quick
Ask me
mention.
questions.
What's your band?
I sing in a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack cover band.
It's such a good idea.
It really is a good idea. And in execution, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a niche thing, isn't it?
And that was your third gig, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was, yeah. I found out the other day, because we played another gig at skate park, which was crazy, man. It was fucking really cool. But like, I found out there that how it came about was they were going to start being a 90s alt-rock wedding band, basically. And then Harry was like, no, look, what about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater cover band? And everyone was like, yeah, it's pretty fucking neat.
That is a much better idea.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I enjoyed the whole thing apart from your second to last song in the first set.
Because it was Papa Roach.
Because it was Papa Roach,
Yeah.
who are the worst band in the history of music. And you made a point of dedicating it to me.
We did do fucking Power Man 5000 as well, which is...
I was at the bar for that. I was devastated that I wasn't at the front.
When Worlds Collide is the fucking worst
It's a
song
piece of
ever
shit.
written, and it is evidence that Rob Zombie should have been a fucking only child. They should have stopped at what?
No, his brother's a singer.
Yeah, his brother's lead singer of Power Man 5000 who sing that song.
I didn't know that.
He's John Zombie.
Is that his real name?
What's his dad
Perry,
called?
Perry Zombie.
Mr.
Perry
Zombie.
Zombie. Sebastian Zombie.
Don't call me Mr. Zombie. That's my father's name.
Call me Rob.
Call me Rob. Bob Zombie.
Zombie.
It was a good show. The best part of it was when you were like, because people were losing their shit
Towards the end.
the end, and a lot of that was instigated by our young Alfie here. And my favourite part was when you went, Alfie, go, and he went, all right, and just created a circle pit pretty much.
I had like because I was looking over at your set list on the floor, and I was like, oh, first, like, because you do like 2 45-minute sets and have a break in between, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like looking at the first set, and I was like, some bangers like Breed and Rage and stuff like that.
Nirvana. Oh, that was Breed.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's cool, man. And then I glanced at the second one, and I was like, oh shit, Suicidal Tendencies, Black Flag, fucking
The second set
Motorhead.
is much better.
Yeah, it is
Motorhead,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, it's my favourite anyway.
yeah. And then what was it? Rise Above was first, wasn't it?
No, it starts with Blitzkrieg Bop,
Yeah, let's see.
but then there's like Black Flag, Misfits, Adolescence.
Yeah.
Like in a
Goldfinger
row,
was
like,
second
it's just
set.
like a really fucking
Golf,
good
well,
one.
Golfing was in there twice
Yeah,
because
Yes.
it was requested that you had an encore, and you're like, we've got no more songs,
Yeah,
so just did Golfinger again.
I did it better the second time.
Yeah,
And people were fucking
but
crowd
people,
surfing
yeah,
also.
that one dude was like losing his shit
Where you gonna go though, bro? There's no.
on the stage.
It's like when I looked up and there was just that dude with it, I was like, fuck. It was either someone had thrown boots at me,
in slow motion.
it was this geezer just fucking
just floating through the air, slowly at
approaching
you.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good though. I had half a can of Guinness left, and he was like, "Alfie, go!" So I was just like,
Yeah.
my Guinness everywhere, and just got in the pit.
The way back was fun as well.
Yeah.
We sang a lot of Backstreet Boys on the way to the car,
that was fun.
and
Yeah.
then pulled up next to those traffic lights where it was absolutely rammed going into that club and serenaded everyone waiting.
Yeah, it was like a chavvy nightclub as well.
It was a
Had the
chavvy
windows down.
nightclub.
That was the longest red light I've ever
It
sat in
really
my life.
fucking was. Like, yeah, it really was.
It was
Good night.
good. Yeah, it was very good. It's been a good week, I think. A lot of shit's gone on.
Yeah,
You guys went to see Architects, didn't you?
we did. Yeah.
Let's ask you separately. Mitch, what did you think?
I thought it was very good.
Alfie, what did you think?
I thought it was absolutely awful. But
Alf's my
Alf,
favourite.
that was my favourite. Yeah.
see, the thing with architects is, I think they're all amazing people, and I think they're lovely.
Oh, do you think they're lovely?
I think they're great people. Like, I think they're just nice people, but they make shit music.
They do make shit music.
And the live show, it was like, yeah, this is a good riff, and then it's like 5 minutes of singing, and it's like, oh, we're back to the same riff again, and then it's like that just for fucking an hour and a half.
I went to watch. Technically, it was an Architects gig, but every time I die, had supported them, and because we only went to watch Every Time I Die, basically, we watched them, and then come out because we're like, fuck Architects, 'cause none of us like them, and we were just hanging out with Andy from fucking Every Time I Die
what a
for like
geezer.
45 minutes, chilling,
Yeah.
just with him, and it was like chatting about shit. It was fucking brilliant. I've got a picture of us cuddling.
Have you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
The thing about that
Sexy.
gig,
It's lovely. But he's pretending to lick me.
Oh.
nice.
Did he only pretend or did he actually
Yeah,
lick you?
unfortunately, he didn't fucking lick me.
Oh.
Yeah, COVID and everything.
If you can find it, we'll put it into those who don't know who Andy Williams is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking mountain. Of
He's a
man,
badass.
Isn't
He's a pro wrestler as
he?
well.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Really?
he's a big time pro wrestler in
He's
like
a
AEW.
fucking,
I don't know what that is.
and a lovely man as
And a
well.
lovely man to
He's
boot.
such a fucking lovely bloke.
See, the thing about the Architects gig I was with all my best mates, and they all love
I mean,
architects.
I wasn't there, but thanks for that.
Okay, you lot all love architects, and it was just nice, just fucking watching you like have a good time. Like it really was. Like it was nice the journey there. It was nice having a few beers afterwards. It was, it's a gig's a gig, innit? I don't believe that you're gonna have a bad time at a gig.
I've had bad times at gigs.
No, but like it's better.
Only because the band's been that bad.
Yeah, but it's better than thumbing your ass in your room, innit?
I mean, I don't know.
No,
I've never tried that either, to be fair.
I'll try it.
I'll try that. I'll go to a bad gig. I'll let you know. I'll compare and contrast.
Okay.
Or just thumb your ass at a bad gig. And
Oh, that's the power move.
have a
That's
good
the
time,
power
yeah,
move. Yeah.
The only way to save it.
Yeah, like if I'm ever watching Papa Roach and you see my hand disappear, I'm just trying to have a good time.
But so contrary to
If
the
I'm
way
at a Papa Roach gig, you're going to see more than my fucking hand disappear. You won't see me for fucking dust.
Yeah, no, same.
contrary to the way that, well, I'm speaking on my own behalf anyway, the way that I look right now,
It's beautiful.
I've never seen the idea of Halloween as anything that exciting. Like I've never done it.
Well, Halloween is Jenk's Christmas.
Oh,
No,
it is-
yeah,
it
because
is
you
my-
love Halloween.
I do, yeah.
I like Halloween.
Well, like, I'm like a big fucking nerd about it.
You're a big nerd about everything.
No, not
Well,
really.
stand
I'm
by
not
what I said.
not nerd about like physics.
Not as
so
much
I'm
as you are. Everything that you like then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I like Halloween, but when you're around, I would never say I love Halloween because you fucking love Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've never been to like a Halloween party.
I
And
have.
then when I was younger,
Yeah.
When I was younger, we like never went trick or treating or anything. It was just very American.
Yeah.
And very like.
I went trick or treating once, and I was 13 years old, and I was already 6 foot at the time.
I went trick or treating once with my little sister, and my mum took us, and I was always quite like a tall kid, and like my little sister, she was a witch, and my mum.
In general, or for Halloween?
What? My sister was little.
Yeah, you said
She's
the witch.
taller now. She's bigger now.
My
She
sister-
has aged.
You said my sister was a witch.
No, yeah, just for Halloween.
Just for Halloween.
Just for-
Okay,
yeah,
just
she's-
clarifying.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I thought you said bitch.
No, no.
She, yeah,
Sorry, Daisy.
sorry, guys, though. It's all right. No, fuck you. So yeah, so my sister was a witch, and I was Frankenstein's monster, basically. But because I like just had a growth spurt, like I was a bit taller, and I was went around like fucking knocking on doors, getting sweets and all that. And there was these 2 lads who were like a bit older than me, like but like looked older, but about the same height as me. And they went, "Oh, you're fucking whatever his name is, fucking Trevor McDonald." I don't know. So some kid that they went to
Did
school
you
with.
black up as Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Were you like Blackula kind of thing?
So you doing a live broadcast in Iraq?
But like, oh, you're that guy. I fucking got maths with you, and I was like, no, I was in primary school. Like, and they were in high school, and I was like, no. And they went, yeah, you fucking are.
They went to
yeah,
school
you
with Trevor
fucking-"
McDonald.
They went to school with Trevor McDonald.
Okay, so
Fucking hell.
So, and I always think about like the next day at school. That kid must have got absolutely fucking because he was dressed as the Frankenstein's monster, and he was going, "I weren't, it fucking weren't me." And they're like, "It fucking."
they bullied
was.
him for years afterwards, like all through every stage of school.
They just kept trying to electrocute.
They just called him Frank from then on.
And now that kid hates Halloween.
Yeah, like literally, he's got a phobia against it.
The only thing, like, we never went trick or treating. Well, we did, but like, I live on like just a road with a dead end at the end of it. It's not like a cul-de-sac, but it's just like a road, just like an off road. So there's no estate to walk around.
Yeah.
There's literally the 2 opposite neighbours that we know next door, and that's it. We don't talk to no one else on the street. So it's like, let's just knock these random people's doors, and they go, "Who are you?" And it's like, "Mate, I've lived here like nearly 15 years." Like,
Because you go walking like that, and they're like, "Oh, who's this kid?"
yeah. Who's this
Oh,
kid?
Alfie, hey there.
Yeah. So I didn't. When I was a kid, my parents would let us. I mean, it wasn't that big then. I grew up in the 80s, you know what I mean? So back then, it was very Americanized still.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't go until it was like 95, I think, the only time I went trick or treating, and I went as the Crow because I was really into it. And I was
Yes. Yeah, you fucking
yeah, I did. And it was just awkward because we went around like where I lived, and everyone knew us because we were the only brown family there.
Yeah,
right. So everyone was like, "All right, Sonny, like town. You got any sweets? Cool, cheers."
Yeah, it's so weird.
No, it
man.
is weird.
It's so, I don't know. My mum, like, I hope that she doesn't watch these. I really don't. But she said when I just about to, as I was leaving to come here, she was like, "I need you to bring up something on the podcast." And I was like, "Okay then." And so my mum works with kids, like primary school, preschool kids, and they're so Americanized from like TV shows that they watch, like Peppa Pig. Well, Peppa Pig's British actually, but like everything other than Peppa Pig is American. So the kids are calling like dustbins, trash cans, and like garbage, and like it's just like all about. And she was like kicking up a fuss about it. I was like, "Mum, there's way more things to be worrying about than kids talking American." But she goes, "We've been carving pumpkins today, and the kids keep calling them jack-o'-lanterns." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure as soon as you put a knife in a pumpkin and stick a candle in it, it is a jack-o'-lantern."
So I discovered this yesterday.
Like, it turns
When Kevin-
into
I'd love the thought of your mum just being at work and kind of going, "Oh, sorry," to a kid, and the kid turning around and going, "I'm fucking walking here."
Get here.
yeah. But I was like, I
Nice.
think that a pumpkin is the vegetable that grows out of the ground.
So I discovered this yesterday. As soon as you do put a candle in, everything like,
It is a
becomes
jack-o'-lantern, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Apparently, the movie Trick or Treat has the rules of Halloween in it.
Is
Like,
that trick or treat?
I haven't seen it. This is just what I was told. But apparently, like, you're not meant to blow out the candle in a jack-o'-lantern either. You're meant to let it die.
Let it die. Yeah.
That's one of the rules.
Yeah.
The whole idea of the jack-o'-lantern is to stop evil spirits from coming to your house, or something, or stop witches from coming to
I
your
think
house.
that's like the whole thing.
That
for
didn't
Halloween,
fucking
innit?
work then, does it? You lot are real.
He got here. Whoa.
Actual Satan is here.
Yeah, literally. But we're the assholes. Soz pal.
Here's Satan just come to join the podcast.
Yeah.
Just sipping a few Guinnesses. Like,
Yeah, it's not even me. It's not a Jenk.
no.
It's just put full on Satan.
Just
Full on
let
Satan.
it- put you on a day for
Got to
me.
wrap
Down,
this
down,
up in
down.
about an hour.
Right, okay.
I've
like Jenk-
I've
Jenk's
got to go
comments.
down, peg fucking Hitler. To
Right. I mean, isn't he already dead, technically?
He's died a few times
What
down there, mate. I'm
what
sure.
what if he enjoys it though? Does he push back? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know.
When you're pegging Hitler, does he push back?
I've never asked him.
Oh, you never asked.
While I've done it, I've just cracked on.
Oh, right.
Do you think with how long he's been there, is it like he's used to it now, so he's just like, fuck it, it's the normal? Or do you think there's a certain thing that Satan's done where it's like each time feels like your first time?
Well, you'd use like a bigger dildo every time as well, wouldn't you? You'd use like a stunt cock.
I bet it's like a skyscraper now.
Yeah, because Satan. I don't think Satan uses dildos, dude. This guy is like.
He can't like
he's just gonna
extend
get
his dick
fisted
bigger
by
though.
fucking demons.
Dude, he literally lives forever in a burning hell underneath the earth, and he can't make his dick grow bigger. Of course, he
He's
can.
not a magician. He's not David Copperfield.
He is
Or the
probably
Pinocchio of dicks.
probably
Can
closer to
David
a magician.
Copperfield do that?
Did you not know?
Make his dick bigger.
I bet David Blaine could.
Because he'll probably shove a pencil through it or something
Yeah,
like that in front of Joe Rogan. It's like, Joe, you ever see me shove a pencil in between my
Like,
cock?
dick. Yeah.
I've not seen that.
No, he gets
I
like
want
he gets
Not
like
his
an ice
dick,
pick.
yeah,
and
puts it through his arm.
Shoves it through his arm. I'm like, well done. Now what?
Magic. That's magic, that is.
Yeah.
Fucking great. What has that done for the world? Like, grow up.
Fuck you, David
Get a
Blaine.
grip.
With your extendable dick.
Do you remember when he sat in that box?
Yeah, in
He was,
London for 30 days, and all the drunk people walking past throwing shit at him.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
don't do it in England.
Oh,
don't do
English
that shit
culture.
in England.
Dude, I seen it was the United Liverpool game the other day. Or was it yesterday?
It was
Something like
yesterday,
that. And then the lads on the train, like, and Manchester and Liverpool are like what, a half an hour train
Yeah.
journey. The lads got I seen this on Twitter. Some lads got the train at 5 o'clock in the morning and started drinking. And someone put, "Mate, I fucking love being British." Like, only in Britain do you wake
Yeah.
up like probably like 10 hours before kick off and just start drinking.
Oh,
on
I've
the
done
train.
that. I went to. I'm a West Brom fan, so I went to West Ham away a few years ago. We left at 8 a.m. Started drinking on the train. I don't remember a thing about the game. Don't remember the stadium. Don't remember what happened. I don't remember the score.
No, yeah, I love it. I love it. Like that whole thing about David Blaine. Why, dude?
Yeah.
People are walking. Obviously, they're just going to be shouting shit at you, throwing stuff at you. I
They were
bet he's
throwing,
sitting there.
They're throwing like eggs at him and shit, weren't they?
What the fuck's going on, man?
Didn't
I
he
thought
do-
London was classy.
Didn't he do the when he was in the big block of ice? Wasn't that in London as well?
I don't know.
He did something above Tower Bridge, didn't he?
Wasn't that when he was like standing on the podium, like
Oh fucking hell!
a month or something?
Magic,
does my
though.
fucking head.
Complete
Imagine-
magic.
No, like the podium was
If
like.
he ain't been to fucking Hogwarts,
Yeah, that's not real.
swear to you. What?
Yeah, sorry.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry. I mean, can you say that? Can you say Jesus Christ just like that? Like,
Gan, yeah, I met him.
oh, you met him.
Don't really get on.
Bit of a dickhead.
It seems like he would be.
Bit self-righteous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a cunt.
A bit preachy.
But Jesus, mate, I don't want any fish. I don't care how many you've fucking got. I don't want them.
I don't understand why as well. Like, he didn't just give pizza and like bagels out.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah, like why bread and fish?
Bread and wine.
And fish.
And
No,
fish.
Bread
it-
fish.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants fish and bread?
That's what I'm saying.
Who eats like fish sandwiches?
Some weirdos.
You'd
Captain
have-
Birdseye.
Yeah.
Fish
Yeah, but to be
sandwich.
fair, if I was there, I'd been like, even though like I'm vegan now, but like it would have been like, if you cut them into finger shapes and bread them, and
might be
then
on
stick a
some-
bit of red sauce on that, I'll fucking sort you out.
Can you
Joe.
breed dead fish? Is that a thing?
bread?
Oh, bread 'em.
Like bread
Bread
crumbs.
'em,
Yeah.
right.
Just smashing two dead fish together, hoping for eggs to spawn. Fuck's
Tell you what,
sake.
it'd be alright being Jesus.
That's a much better story.
It'd be alright being Jesus if you're somewhere you couldn't take alcohol. But oh, don't worry, mate, it's just water.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's make it into wine.
Yeah, that's a good party trick. That is.
Yeah.
It's a very good party
It
trick, isn't
is,
it?
especially if like you're.
Mate, you just turn your tap into wine. Just
mate,
limited
just fuck that.
fucking
Be on a
alcohol,
boat
innit?
somewhere and just be like.
Turn the sea into what?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
salty though?
That could be what the Red Sea was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shinfo. That's what it was now. So should we talk about Halloween?
Yeah, it's shit.
Why do you hate Halloween? Do you like Christmas? Oh no, we had this conversation last week. So on the Sunday we were all a bit hungover from the Saturday when we went out.
Yeah.
I danced my ass off that night.
Yeah,
as
see,
well.
because we went to see the 900
Yeah.
and then us three, you stayed out for
No,
a
we
bit,
stayed out
Yeah,
for
I
a
said
bit.
I've got a bit.
and then
Wait. Can you tell us what happened on your way home?
what?
Well, I got a bit too drunk and I had to leave. And you know when you're that drunk, you got a lot of fucking forward lean on.
Yeah.
And I was heading up. I'm not going to say where I live. Heading up a road.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel really fucking sick and really tired. And I saw a bush, and so I'm just going to sit down on this bush and just chill out for a bit. Lay back. Fell asleep in the bush for half an hour.
At the same time that we was dancing in probably the worst nightclub.
I love that
in the world.
nightclub.
And yeah, some neo-Nazis came up to me.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
They didn't come up to me, surprisingly.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Legit.
Fucking hell.
I was
legit neo-Nazis.
dancing to Holla Back Girl, just doing my own thing in my element, in my zone.
What's that saying?
It's just something.
It's just something. It's fine. It's still
Okay,
recording.
just make sure it's recording. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
that didn't happen.
So you two were off dancing or something. I was at the top.
I was living my best life.
just chatting to someone, and
You were doing the whole of Kanye West.
Oh yeah, it was. I asked for I've got a thing about. I always tell people that the best song of all time
That's what turned up
is
racist.
when the levee breaks by Led Zeppelin. But realistically, the best song of all time is "Blinding Lights" by The Weeknd, and obviously that came out like
At a minute.
February last year, and I still haven't heard it in a club because obviously it came out, lockdown happened, and I'm yet to dance to that song.
good song.
So downstairs in that club, I asked for it, and the guy was like, "Yeah, Sam, I'll play it." And to be fair, we were in the smoking area for a fair bit, so he might have played it, and I might have missed it.
Yeah,
Went upstairs, asked that guy, he's like, "I haven't got it." I was like, "How have you not got the biggest song of 2020?" So I was like, "Right, put some Kanye on," or Ye, as it's called now.
I think he's Kanye again. Though.
Those officially changed his name.
Well, on Spotify, he's still Kanye West.
Okay, well,
so-
Spotify needs to catch up. He's Kanye to us. And he played, what did he play?
Bound.
No, he didn't play Bound. He played Touch the Sky,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I lost my shit.
I have no fucking idea what they're on about.
You were at home by
Not
now.
fucking school.
You were next to me.
in terms of Kanye songs,
I was there.
It
but
was
like,
just funny when people look at me and then obviously I know every single word to every single Kanye song and I'm just dropping beats and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that guy doing?"
Yeah. And then,
And then you were trying to get recruited by neo-Nazis.
yeah, like legit neo-Nazis, like little 4 foot tall, muscly guys dancing, which is intimidating enough as it is. Because you're like, fucking, who let the Seven Dwarfs out there? It's like,
there was a lot of tap out going on. There was a lot
There
of
was
tap
a lot
out
of tap out
merch.
going
a lot of tap out, yeah.
They
And,
tried to talk to me as well. They'll come over at like after the fact of they were fucking Zeke Hoyling.
yeah, it's
Was it
like,
actually?
yeah,
Yeah,
fully.
yeah.
Like halfway through a song,
So I missed all of this.
halfway through the song, he bumped his chest and stuck his hand in the air. And I went to him, I was
That's
like, dude,
fucking bad.
I was like, don't fucking
Yeah.
do that. And like, even if it's a joke, don't do it in a nightclub at like 4 a.m. where it's packed.
Because he told me and I was ready to kick off. And
Yeah,
he was
and
like,
it-
"Don't, there's
Yeah,
too
but
many of
they're
them."
doing that for a reaction because they want to see who will kick
Yeah,
off.
but
so
I didn't
doing
see it.
aren't
Like, if I'd seen it, I would have headbutted the fucking dude in the face. But like literally, I didn't see it. And he told me what was going on, and I was like,
Well, that
literally,
ain't even the worst part about it, dude. I went up to him and I was like, don't do that. And he goes, I'm not a Nazi, I'm an ultra, which is the
There's
fucking
no
same
fucking
thing.
difference.
Yeah.
It's just a football fan. And he goes, like, he spotted my tattoos on my arms. And like, don't get me wrong, I've got some fucking like prison-y tattoos. But
some
he was
gnarly
like,
tattoos.
what gang are you in? And I was like, I'm not in no gang. And he goes, show me your ink now, and like sat me down. And I was showing him. I was like, dude, I'm not in any gangs because I got anarchy tattoo. He was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're in a gang. I was like, no, I'm not.
Is there a heart next to it?
Yeah, there's peace, love, and anarchy.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I got the spider web on my elbow, and it's like, that's prison. And I was like, no, I'm not in no fucking gang. And he walked off, and then you came over, and he was like, I told you. And he was like, oh, fucking, what are we gonna do about it? I was like, nothing, mate. They all look hard as fuck.
I was ready to like kick ass at that
Yeah,
point.
like, one came over to me and was like trying to be my friend,
Yeah.
and like they were just kind of like they were just kind of dancing next to us, and like we were on the dance floor, you're just fucking friendly enough, ain't ya?
Yeah.
Obviously, then that happened, and we were all like, "Fuck you to bits."
Yeah.
So like, then like,
Oh, well, fuck you to bits.
fuck you to bits. I mean, look,
Hitler's done. It's your turn.
come down, see me, son. I'm like, I'll meet you here. I'll be dressed like this, going right. You ready?
Yeah.
To bits. You know,
To
fucking like
bits.
a fucking
Should have started singing
shake
Nazi
it like a
punks fuck
juggler.
off.
So.
Yeah.
Should have started singing Nazi punks fuck off.
I don't even know if
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
punks, though. They were just Nazi chavs.
Yeah, they were
Nah,
Nazi
yeah,
jabs.
there we go.
But, yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was. To be fair, it was only because you were like, when as soon as he was like, "There's too many of them," I was just like, I didn't know how many there were.
There's about 6.
I only saw the
Yeah.
one dude. And there was like, yeah, I guess there were 3 of us at that point. And I wasn't that drunk actually, enough to know better than to.
To start
Start a
something.
fight, yeah. So I just sat down and then had a moment and then was like, you can either kick off, leave, or dance more. So I
It's
danced
like
more.
just Tamworth, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
what-
but they can't have been from Tamworth. I've never seen.
No, they weren't from Tamworth. They did have foreign accents, but well, they could be from Tamworth. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I've never seen them in my life.
That's what I mean. Like, I've not seen anyone of that description around Tamworth. Like,
Well, a 4 foot, a 4 foot hench.
We're just
dwarf.
goose
yeah, but
stepping
like,
around.
if that's the kind of shit you're into, you'd
Yeah.
make it known every day to people, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So
No,
you'd
no, you
fucking-
wouldn't. And this is what pisses me off, right? And I don't want. This is going to be so hard for me to get it out without sounding like a twat. But
Sorry, nothing
So
stopped you so far, is it?
Best part of the podcast.
okay, so
Wait for an apology next week.
I would love nothing more to watch every kind of Nazi or racist burn in front of me. But if you're going to be racist and you haven't got the balls to be racist out in public and you just keep it to yourself,
Yeah.
that makes you even more of a because you know that you're doing something
I
wrong.
remember when I owned my bar, a guy came in and he had a leather jacket on with like badges and buttons on, and he had a white power badge. And I was like, I'm not serving you while you're wearing that. He's like, why? I was like, because I'm brown for a start. And I was like, if you give me the badge, I'll serve you. And he gave me the badge. I threw it in the bin. I was like, you're barred. He's like, why? I was like, because if you don't believe in what you're standing for in racism enough to give a brown person a white power badge, you don't deserve to have a beer.
No.
Yeah,
And then he was like, can I have my badge back? I was like, no, get the fuck out.
Yeah, no. Because it just shows that they know that they're doing something that they shouldn't be. And obviously, I don't think any racist is out there thinking, oh, I'm a fucking great person. But
well, hopefully got no fucking racist watching this.
Oh,
so.
no. I mean, the thing is, the ones in America especially, though, they really do feel like they're superior, which is what all racism is. Like, by definition, is you believe that your race is superior to another.
Yeah. In a lot of ways, and it like But I just think like if you're gonna be a dickhead, be proud about being a dickhead. Don't be.
I mean, you are.
Yeah, don't just do it for an image.
I think we all are. To be fair.
Speak for yourselves. I'm a stand-up citizen.
I am.
Sorry, dead air.
We'll leave that there.
We'll leave that there.
Yeah. Okay. So there's some paper sitting next to me,
Oh, there is.
and I don't know what it is.
What could that be?
It's a Halloween treat.
Is it a Halloween treat?
I prepared a ghost story.
That you've.
I
written.
don't know what buttons. I don't-
Okay.
Okay.
I got my money, man.
What's that?
Are we going for it now? Are you going in?
Do you want me to? Do you want me to do the ghost story?
I'm
I
down.
reckon. Yeah. Let's go for the ghost story.
Okay.
I'm feeling spooky.
I mean, it is Halloween.
Your horn's falling off, mate. I'm sorry. Sorry, Satan.
Mr. Satan.
Mr. Satan.
Right, we will try to not interrupt you and let you tell your story in one.
Okay.
I'm not making promises. I'm just saying we'll try.
Okay.
It's a pretty big wad of paper.
It is a pretty. So welcome to our Halloween special again, and Mr. Satan here, also known as Jenk.
This is a story that I haven't decided what the name of it is yet.
Like the audio listeners are like, yes, finally, we don't have to fucking imagine what they look like now. It's such a visual podcast.
It is a very visual podcast,
None of us-
especially with the edits.
None of us know what Jenk's written as well.
No, we
so
don't.
We're all hearing this for the first time as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready.
Right, 1 second.
Welcome to Jenk's Halloween story. That's the name of it. I've decided. Yeah. So get ready to fill your fucking shorts. I hope you've got a change, because this will put the shits right up you. You might shit someone else's pants in the fucking process.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Right.
Scared me, John.
Chapter 1.
How many fucking chapters are there?
35.
Okay.
Right. On a night darker than a badger's arsehole, down the kind of road you'd look down and think, fuck that, if you were a pussy. In a very well-built bar that was usually rammed, but that night was eerily quiet due to the storm. Due to the storm that raged like a coked up MMA fighter trapped in a portaloo, kept all the locals home that night, except for 4 men who had nowhere else to go that night and were probably more than likely alcoholics. The first man is the owner of the bar, who built it from scratch expertly, even though he had no experience in any building trade. A very handsome man who, despite of being covered in thick black coat of body hair, has many modelling offers and has restraining orders put on both Atomic Kitten and the Sugar Babe. Around his neck, a golden chain with a single key to a Subaru on it.
Outstanding.
Pure class, and more than likely a huge cock. The next 2 men were there together. Night after night they would sit in the bar and discuss what was the best him album. Even though, despite a few good songs, all him albums are pretty shit. To keep it short, these 2 men can only be described as scooter kids.
Nice.
The 4th man at the bar that night was a simpleton in full Aquaman cosplay. The dreamy owner was working at the bar alone that night because his staff had all quit, saying that the bar had become haunted. Some of them actually shit in their pants, and the rest just seemed like fucking pussies. It had just turned 8 p.m. and the owner was only on his 18th pint of Guinness when the two scooter kids walked to the bar and ordered one WKD Blue with 2 straws so they could share it. While the owner was preparing their drink, one of the scooter kids asked in fear, "Is it true? Is this place haunted?" "I don't know," said the owner, sexily. "I've not heard or seen anything strange happen myself. Plus, the only thing I'm scared of is what goes on in the mind of someone who actually thinks you two are any good." That and E.T. in a wig, he added very handsomely. As the owner counted all the 1 and 2p pences, 2p pieces the scooter kids had saved up for their drinks that night, when all of a sudden at the bar was... Oh, Jesus Christ!
There's a
That was
poltergeist in
scarier.
here.
That was scarier.
Oh my god.
Hang on, wait a minute.
All of a sudden,
As the owner was counting all of the 1 and 2p pieces the scooter kids had saved up for all their drinks that night, when all of a sudden the bar was filled with a high-pitched scream. So loud, the owner and the scooter kids covered their ears in pain. The owner looked around to see if a scared little girl had walked into the bar and started screaming, but was surprised to find that it was a 6'3" simple-minded Jason Momoa lookalike who was screaming like Michael Jackson pissing into a plug socket. The owner ran over to the simpleton and generously gave him a sip of a Guinness, knowing that it was the only thing that could calm him down, shaking the simpleton by the shoulders, and asked, "What was it? What did you see?" Slowly raising his arm to point at the window, the simpleton answered, "A man. A man. A man doing what?" asked the owner. As the simpleton slumped off his chair onto the floor, he whispered, He was about to chuck his muck," and fell into a fit of tears. "Ah, for fuck's sake, the last thing I need is a prat spunking up all the side of me pub," exclaimed the owner. "Which way did he run?" "He didn't run off," said the simpleton. "He just disappeared." Upon hearing this, one of the scooter kids jumped into the other's arms like Scooby-Doo. "Pack it in, you pair," the owner shouted. If I find you two making a giant sandwich in the kitchen, you're fucking barred. Let's all just calm down, have a pint, and figure out what we're going to do next. After all, we're all rational men, and we all know that ghosts exist." After a couple of pints, the 4 men had calmed down and started talking about how shit Christmas is and how it should be banned forever. The front door slowly opened. Turning to see who had joined them in the bar that night, the 4 men heard footsteps. But they saw no one. The footsteps carried on past the table the men were sat at and stopped just before the hatch down to the beer cellar. Breaking the shocked silence was the owner, who said, "Fucking spiders, what's that smell?" "It's me," said the scooter kid with the mullet. "Are you that scared that you've shit yourself?" asked the owner. "No," answered the mulleted scooter kid. "I've got a wiping problem somehow."
oh, outstanding.
I've got a wiping problem and somehow always get my balls covered in shit. As everyone sat around the table speechless, a voice came from the cellar that seemed to say, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough," but in a spooky ghost kind of way that would make you shit yourself or shit your bed, depending on whether you're in bed or not.
Shitting bricks, I am.
"What the fuck is Khal Drogo doing?" said the scooter kid who had more of a moustache than the other one. The simpleton has started to rock back and forward and humming louder and louder, and he started chanting a language that no one else knew. Was he being killed? Was he being possessed? No, his simple mind was broken, and now he thought that he was actually Aquaman, and the language that he was chanting was what he thought would summon fish to his aid in fighting the ghost. He then did what can only be described as a kind of swim run down the cellar stairs into the darkness and maybe his certain doom. The owner jumped to his feet, to rally the troops to help someone who had become one of their comrades during a terrifying night in the bar. After just one more pint, they ended up having 3 each and then stood together at the cellar door, ready to go down slowly to what could be their last night alive.
Oh shit!
Fucking hell. Down there in the darkness and the cold, all that there was to be heard was the floorboards settling. Oh, yes. Oh, fucking seamless. It was the floorboards settling and the storm outside and the odd dolphin noise made by the simpleton who now convinced he was Aquaman. Following the giggling and the mock whale song and the trail of Yazoo bottles, the owner and the 2 scooter kids found the simpleton. Safety in numbers, they must have thought, before they heard the laughter. It started low and got louder and louder, and then the more moustached scooter kid fell to his knees, grabbing his stomach, and cried, "I'm gonna be sick." The laughter became deafening as the scooter kid started to throw up pair after pair of shit-stained Thomas the Tank Engine underpants. Then the ghost started to judge the mulleted scooter kid for his star sign. He said, "You must be a Leo." The ghost said, "You dick." The simpleton then seemed to come out of his aqua trance, but the ghost wouldn't let his sanity last for long. 1 million cockroaches, spiders and flies crawled and swarmed in front of him and materialised in the shape of Dragon Force, who playing a whole set that only he could hear and would last until his death. One by one, the ghost was getting the 4 men where he wanted them. "Who the fuck are you?" screamed the owner, with the mayhem still going around him. The cellar felt deadly quiet, only for the owner. The shadows in front of the owner cleared and started to take the shape of a figure of a man in 19th century clothes, laughing maniacally. I said, "Who the fuck are you?" demanded the owner. Deep dark holes formed in the face of the apparition, where the eyes should have been, that seemed to look straight into the soul of the owner as the ghost finally revealed himself. "I am the ghost of Sir Robert Peel."
Fuck's sake. Jesus fucking what? For fuck's sake.
There's so many references.
There's so many.
"And I am here to shit in your cereal." With that, the ghost of Sir Robert Peel reached into his pockets and produced 2 fully automatic Glock 22 missile pistols.
Oh my god.
One of America's most popular handguns on the market, designed in 1990 by Smith & Wesson for law enforcement. The Glock 22 employs a different frame from the Glock 17 to account for its heavier .40 round, but still boasts an identical barrel length and trigger pull. "You will die tonight," laughed the ghost of Sir Robert Peel. "But first I will show you all your personal hell." The spirit started to induce a vision in the owner, a vision of the Guinness factory at St James's, Dublin, but something was wrong. The factory was on fire, burning to the ground. Tears rolled down the owner's face. He couldn't take it anymore. The ghost had gone too far. He started to hear screaming, quiet at first, but the vision faded as it got louder until he realised that it was him screaming and the vision had completely faded. Now all the owner could see was the worried face of Sir Robert Peel. Climbing to his face, the owner looked the ghost in his hollow ex-Prime Minister eyes and said, "Mate, you're a fucking dickhead." Then he heard a voice. "Right, what a fucking prick." It was the simpleton. Then the scooter kids came back too. "What a dick move haunting us like that," the mulleted one said. "Let's all work together as a unit, as a team, to kick the cock and bollocks off this fucking ghost's body," said the moustached scooter kid. The owner said to the ghost, "Right, you cunt. You fucked with the wrong bar." With that, the four men rushed the ghost, dodging every bullet Sir Robert Peel shot at them. As the men got to the ghost screamed, "No, please, I'm actually such an immense pussy. I'll just go, don't hit me." "Ask us in a lady's voice," the owner said. "Please, let me go. I promise I'll never haunt anyone ever again. I'll go back to London where I fell off my horse and died. I don't know why I'd haunt anywhere else, to be fair. It seems fucking ridiculous. The four men looked at each other, agreed that embarrassing the ghost more with a mammoth beatdown would be a dick move. They let the ghost go right there and then, and the ghost started slowly to fold into his own anus. The owner, the simpleton, the mullet scooter kid, and the moustached scooter kid silently walked back up to the bar where the owner poured them all a Guinness. They sat and drank together, changed men, a ghost fighting team, buds. The owner asked, "What are your names?" "Sonny," said the simpleton, but in a slightly less simple way. The scooter kid, who was halfway through having a conversation about binning their scooters and getting skateboards. "I'm Alfie," said the mulleted one. "Mitch," said the one that wasn't Alfie.
That's amazing. That's the best part.
Some tissue, man.
"What about you?" asked Sonny. "What's your name?" If this gets made into a film, it would probably be like a Zoom bit where it looks really cool before the owner answers. My name is Lightning Beast McCready." As fucking badass as that is, Sonny, Mitch and Alfie said they wouldn't call him that, so they decided on Jenk, and the owner said, "Yeah, sound." "What next?" said Jenk. "A podcast answer, Sonny." "Well, might as well." "Yeah." And Jenk sexily... no, hang on.
Come on, son.
"What next?" said Jenk. "A podcast answer, Sonny." "Might as well, yeah," said Jenk sexily. Still got it. Still got it.
Outstanding.
Oh my god, man.
Thank you.
So good.
That put the willies up me.
Oh, did it? Did you shit yourself?
I ain't waiting with Thomas Tank. Can you
No, right, okay.
Is that some toilet roll up there? Because all my makeup is falling off. You made me cry, man. No.
To beer, mate.
You're fucked.
I know.
Yeah,
Just own it.
Is that okay, Satan?
yeah, dude. I'll get you back.
I have questions.
Got your back, son. Yeah, okay.
Why am I a simpleton? Why in this? Why?
Why not?
It seemed fitting.
I mean, all right.
Oh my god. I hope you enjoyed that.
That was an outstanding
That was
story.
That's amazing.
Didn't know what to expect.
Yeah,
but
same.
Fucking hell. That was fantastic.
Like my favourite part was still Mitch said the one that wasn't Alfie.
Yeah.
And the over descriptive part about the Glocks.
Everyone knows that, dude.
Oh, sorry.
It's common knowledge.
I'm not a gun guy. I don't.
If I didn't say it, then the people would have been like, "Yeah, don't. What about you?" Because it's the same kind of frame as the Glock 17. But like,
That would have been their first thought. No, that was outstanding. Good job.
did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy
Yeah,
it.
no, that was really
Love
good,
that.
man.
Loved it.
Fucking
I
fantastic.
didn't expect to be a member of said story, to be fair with you.
No.
That's the story of how we started this
Oh,
podcast.
right. Of course I forgot because I'm a simpleton.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the cellar that really exists in here,
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
not haunted no more.
No, it's not haunted anymore with the ghost of Sir Robert Peel.
Yeah, I closed it off.
Yeah.
There is still plenty of places that are haunted by that guy, though. I've heard anyway.
Mm.
I don't believe in ghosts.
I actually don't.
I believe in ghosts.
Do you?
Yeah.
Jenk? Sorry, Lightning McCready.
Lightning Beast
Lightning Beast
McCready.
McCready. As your title card will now say.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've been told I've seen some.
Wait, wouldn't you know? Like, surely with your eyes, you would know if you saw them.
I was very young, and
Right, okay.
my grandma used to have a flat by the Arches in town,
Yeah.
and they're really old. They're really old, aren't they? So like, basically, my
They're
mum
not
was
new.
helping my grandma pack some stuff up, and like I was just little, running around, fucking dicking about, getting some hand. And, I walked in while they were packing stuff out the bedroom. I said, "Who's the lady in the kitchen in the old dress?" And it was Dracula.
Oh, it was Dracula. Right, okay.
No, see, this is the thing. I don't not believe in ghosts. I've just never experienced it.
I don't believe in ghosts at all. I think it's a ridiculous notion.
Quite a while ago,
on,
won't
go on.
name names mentioned because I don't know if they would want to be associated with what happened, but did a Ouija board, and obviously it can be manipulated because people can
Push it.
around
Yeah.
and whatnot. But it was just like, I know
That's what we should have done
I
for the
know you get that
podcast.
whole like, because you're in the moment, you can almost
But you're receptive to it.
yeah. Anything can happen. You think, oh, that's related to that. But it was just such odd shit. Like there was a mate of mine who he just got up and ran off. I was like, oh, what happened to him? And it spelled out he's sick, and you could hear him throwing up, which could be an easy fucking thing for anyone to think, oh,
Yeah.
he's got to be sick. But then there was like,
Well, they heard him throwing up.
it was throwing up after it spelled out.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then there was like, it felt like a gust of wind around the table. Candles blew out. I'm like, okay, that's pretty fucking creepy. But we also had like an old fucking radio in the other room, and no one was in that room, and it just turned on, and it was like pure fucking white noise, and it's just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
I love it. I love hearing about it, but I've never experienced it myself. So like I'm in like a mind where it's like be rational about everything. All right, Hannibal. Fucking hell.
Just lift it while you drink. There we go. There we go.
it's getting all the beer. off,
Should have had an old key auntie.
So yeah, I've never experienced anything paranormal. Not that I can remember anyway. And the fact that I can't remember it makes me think, like, oh no, it's not real.
So I think you can rationalise everything, and not only that, but it also, like, I think to believe in ghosts, you have to believe in a kind of afterlife, and I don't believe in that either.
No, I believe as ghosts are a form of energy because we all create energy, and obviously, I think when we die, you still got that energy. And
Why would you fuck around on Earth though? Like, why would you fuck around in the postcode
it's
of
like
like where you had to live?
Yeah.
I don't know how energy works, but I just feel like, you know, obviously we're full of so much energy that, and then when we die, that energy's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's a second
and
law of thermodynamics.
and it just becomes a thing anyway. So like when you feel a presence, it's like you can feel that someone's standing behind you, can't you? When there's actually someone behind you, you can feel that there's someone behind you, and that can be the same thing said for a ghost. You're just feeling the same energy as you would if Jenk was stood behind you.
No, it was Jenks to be honest. Normally gets
There's something in your back.
He's normally covering his balls. He's covering his balls, but his dick's swinging.
But it could be the same as like, you know, if shit moves, like that's just a bit of energy next to an object that was able to fucking
No.
push it. And then you can say the same for like, you know, good ghosts and bad ghosts. Like if you were like an absolute fucking cunt your whole life, like if you're a fucking serial killer or whatever and you died, you're full of bad energy. That bad energy is
juju.
going to be the bad juju. That's going to be a stronger force of energy that will give you more of a fucking shitty feeling.
Are you the same as me then? Have you never experienced anything?
No.
No. See,
No.
I haven't either. Like not even like people. Like I know people that are like
All right, Jenk.
they say like mad stories.
Use that energy.
I think the thing is, if you want to see something, you're more inclined to
Yeah, definitely.
like
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
manipulate a situation to believe that you
Well,
have.
you can see, like, if you're in the woods, for example, you can see darkness move.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
You know,
like,
so you can
the way
think
I see
there's
it is like
something-
if you get to a comedy show ready to laugh, you're more inclined to laugh than you would do someone
Yeah,
just starts
yeah.
telling you jokes on the street, right? Because you're
Yeah.
like your brain has prepared yourself for it. It's the
Absolutely,
same
yeah.
principle. That if you want to see some spooky shit, you're more inclined to see it because you're receptive to it, and not that you're actually seeing it, just that you can convince yourself.
No.
But I think with the way the universe works, I think it's ridiculous that ghosts could be a thing.
I think I am quite open minded to it, but I do think it's weird that like there are no caveman ghosts.
Yeah,
Like
and not only
ghosts
that,
kinda
why aren't
start
there?
at a certain point?
Yeah,
in
they're all like
history.
19th century.
And not only
like,
that,
yeah.
why aren't there sharks?
What?
And that's a good point, actually. Why don't you get many, like, animal
Why aren't
ghosts?
there elephant ghosts?
No,
Why aren't
but
there
you-
giraffe
people
ghosts?
have,
Oh,
like-
actually, no.
people have
fucking-
dog
that has
ghosts
been- yeah,
and
I've
stuff.
heard of
Yeah, but that's because they like their fucking dog. But no one sees a
Yeah.
lion ghost or
It's
a
in-
fucking cockroach
a
ghost.
dinosaur ghost. Just
Yeah,
walking
like
through
that's what I mean.
fucking
So why is it only
castle
things that like
grounds.
if people see a ghost of their fucking dead dog, it's because they want to see it.
Yeah.
But no one's seeing a fucking chimpanzee ghost, are they?
on the
Or are they?
on dogs.
Well, I've never heard of one.
Me
Right
and,
in.
Write in comments.
me and my cousin Will were thinking about going to like different like rock bars around England. Like just go, let's go tonight in Manchester. What
Yeah,
rock
yeah.
clubs are there? Let's go fucking Leeds. What's there? So we were like googling I showed googling
On the internet.
on the internet.
I'm glad you did that. I wasn't quite
I wasn't
sure
sure how you Google.
Yeah, no. I'm
fuck,
clear.
this is
I'm
a
clear
piano.
now, I'm clear now.
But
Billy
was,
Joel was there.
yeah, yeah. So like,
I'm so glad
So,
I got to use that button.
So yeah, so we were looking at places, and I found this place online, and I'd sent it over to her. I was like, have a look. What do you reckon? And Will was like, yeah, sound. He was looking. We were on the phone, both on the internet. And he went, yeah, it looks alright. It looks alright. It says no phones though. And I went, what? He went, yeah, you're not allowed a phone in there. And I went, well, how would you police that? Like, I mean, you could hide a phone, like, on you. Like, even back then, like, they were thin enough to fucking hide a phone on you. And he went, sniffer dogs? And I was like, I don't know if they can train a dog to smell a phone. Turns out they can.
Oh, okay.
After Googling it after. But
that wasn't what they used at the club, though.
This isn't what went on. I was like, because at the time, like, I was like, they can't fucking smell phones. Why can they smell fucking phones? Unless you dropped it in fucking pedigree chum. You ain't gonna fucking smell it for shit.
Or cocaine.
And he went, like, he gets all uppity, doesn't he? My cousin.
He gets excited.
He gets, well, you know, he's just trying to get this argument across. And he goes, well, I went, they can't smell food. They can. I was like, well, why can they? He went, well, they can see ghosts, can't they? Like, you've been watching too much fucking Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you really have. So I do have a theory of ghosts, and I was definitely not under the influence or anything when I came up with this. But what if, remember I talked about my theory of time in the last podcast? Yeah, it was the last one. Yeah. About presentism and eternalism. So if eternalism and everything that happens has happened and will happen in a singular moment, then rather than being ghosts, i.e. dead people, it's just a time overlap. So you're seeing someone from 1974.
That's cool as fuck.
Right? Or seeing someone from like 2037.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, it's a glitch in the time. So you're just seeing someone existing.
In the Matrix.
Seeing someone exist at that time, at their time, but you can just see it. And that also is what deja vu is. Deja vu is a future memory. So the reason you remember it is because you've already done it, like as a future memory. So you remember doing it, and now you're actually doing it, and that's what deja vu is.
See, I heard that deja vu is because when, like, obviously your eyes technically take photographs for your brain to, and sometimes it takes a double image, so you're seeing that image twice.
Oh, okay.
So then you think you've seen it before when you've actually just seen two images of it overlapped or whatever.
Okay.
But I like that theory.
Yeah, it's a great theory, isn't it?
That
is cool.
It's plausible.
Yeah.
It's probably more plausible than...
The only reason it isn't plausible is because we're never in the same spot of the universe.
No.
Which is why time travel also couldn't exist, because if you travel back in time, the problem is the planet isn't where the planet was.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, there was a thing saying
but for a simpleton, it's not bad.
Can you get a time travel machine with a fucking sat nav?
I mean, you'd have to, but that's the thing. You would have to track the.
But does it count, like, because you know how, like, say if you got a convertible,
like a Subaru convertible.
A Subaru convertible, right? And you're going down a motorway, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you
there aren't any other cars.
There aren't.
If you chuck a ball up, well, you got the roof down. You chuck a ball up, like, just in your hand. That ball stays with you. But if you go past that point, that ball's fucking gone.
Yeah.
So could that be the same as, like, with
essentially,
everything inside Earth only happens within Earth, but if you tried that outside, like if you tried time travel in
space, but it can't be. No, but like the problem
it
is, it wouldn't work that way, because technically, if you're moving to a different destination, then you will land in that destination. If the planet's no longer there, then you're just in space.
So this is the thing about flat Earth, right? The flat Earth thing.
Are you a believer?
No, there's just some stuff about it.
Okay.
Instead of planes going up,
there's flat Earth members all around the world.
There is, yeah.
Think about that.
If a plane goes up,
oh sorry, it's all around the globe.
And
Isn't
then it moves around the globe to its destination. Why doesn't the plane just go up, let the world spin underneath it, and then just land?
Because you need propulsion to move.
Because
what's holding it up?
Why can't, like, when you jump? Why doesn't the Earth move underneath
because it takes 24 hours for the world to do one revolution.
It's the same thing as that whole convertible thing. You're inside that moment. Like, you chuck a ball up and you're going with it.
So, like, if a wasp is in your car and you're going 70, is the wasp also going 70 miles an hour?
No, it's going whatever the speed is relative.
It's so mad,
car.
though.
Right, no, that would be...
It's like being on a train. If you're on a train and the train's moving and you jump on a train, you're going to
down
the same
but
spot,
that's just gravity.
Yeah, but it's also because you're confined within that
I've
area.
been pissed on a train. Don't worry like that.
But if you were on top of a train and you jumped, the train would keep moving.
That's true. Yeah, but that's because you're in the...
Exactly, which applies to the Earth.
Yeah.
That's why you don't move with the Earth's
spin. Is mad. That is crazy.
But if you were in space, the Earth would still be moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
and you wouldn't if you went up in one straight
Right.
line.
So if you went past
You
the
wouldn't-
stratosphere,
yeah, you wouldn't
then
come back down in
essentially,
that same straight
yeah.
line.
Yeah.
But because you're within Earth, you would.
Yeah, but no, to answer your question, if you went up, say in London, say in Heathrow, you went up and just waited for the world to rotate to land in New York, it's going to take a lot longer than propelling yourself to
No,
New
but
York.
it wouldn't though, because if a helicopter just stood and hovered for a whole day, it wouldn't.
Yeah, but it
it
takes.
wouldn't move.
Well,
The
no,
Earth
you,
wouldn't
you
move
land in the
underneath
same
it.
spot in 24 hours.
No, but the Earth wouldn't move underneath it though.
No, because you're still within that.
Right,
confine
you have to
of
move out of the
what's
stratosphere
keeping
Yeah,
first.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like that dude, what was his name? That Red Bull guy who went up and
you.
then jumped back down.
Felix
That was it. Rustin Bell. That wasn't his name, but we're calling him that now.
Baumgartner.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
something like that, yeah.
But he left the stratosphere,
Yeah.
so you have to leave that part of it, like the outer part of our atmosphere, for it to have effect.
But
Otherwise,
he only had a certain amount of time
yeah,
to leave and jump before.
that part of the world has moved on,
Yeah.
like
Mad,
all of us
innit?
have.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
no, that isn't. That it is. But yeah, I guess I mean to be fair, if you were going to go in a helicopter to like New York, you couldn't do it. But if you just hovered, it would be quicker in a helicopter. Technically, probably, right?
No, it wouldn't work.
I mean, it wouldn't work.
How long does it take for a rocket to reach the stratosphere?
Like
Once
it's
it's taken
minutes. It's like it takes 11 minutes for the sunlight from
like-
the sun to reach the earth.
Imagine if in the future that's how all travel became. You just went up,
Yeah.
let it move, and come back down. That would be possible.
Well, there'll be a whole
Fuck
thing.
the ozone layer.
Yeah. I mean, we are.
But that
kind
would
of
that would be
fucking
the
ozone
quickest
layer
way of
anyway.
traveling, wouldn't it?
Jenk with all his hairspray.
Pardon?
Your use of hairspray. Your
Oh, when I
overuse
used
of
to be an
hairspray.
80s goth.
Yeah.
You don't care, mate. It's getting warm in hell. Like,
Well, that's true.
I'm
Getting
literally
toasty,
surrounded
making
in flame
s'mores.
right now.
You are. It's a strong outfit.
That is a badass way.
It is a
Let me
badass
show
outfit.
this cape, I wanna show this cape.
I will. I'll put a picture up of when you wore it wearing red face.
Yeah, for the audio
Oh, yeah,
listeners, we're sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, if you are listening, go fuck yourself.
Now, fuck that. The story.
no.
What?
I said the audio listeners, they've got the story.
Oh, well, I mean, so the visual watchers / listeners.
Mm.
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 They got reactive real time footage as well
Yeah, no.
of you fucking the story up, which we'll probably edit out.
I hope so, because
Well, we'll do.
I realised what I did.
What did you do? For those who
What?
don't know, for the edit, because I will edit it because there was like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You lost a page.
I didn't. I
And
forgot
rather
to
than-
read the rest of the page.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Like, why you didn't number your pages is beyond me.
It was just because it was a really.
Were you too excited?
Is it really creepy? Oh, no, that's the wrong one.
No, that was the one.
It was a really creepy.
It was a creepy moment. Best button on here. Best button on here.
So, have you been at work today?
Not today, no.
Oh, I was gonna say, like in between jobs, you've just been writing this story all day.
I wrote it all yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I wrote we hung out, didn't we, the other day?
That was Wednesday or Thursday, and you started making
Yeah,
notes
yeah.
then.
Yeah, I was
Fri-
like, I had a
fr-
couple of
Friday?
notes. No,
No, Friday.
no, basically that day when you were around, I went on Google
Yeah.
and
Search blocks.
Search clocks.
Yeah.
Actually.
I was taking bits from reviews from fully automatic Glock 22mm while you were sat there,
Okay.
and
I mean, it came in well. It came in useful.
and
It did.
yeah, and I just knew the ghost. And
That's
the story.
cheating. That's cheating. It defeats the object of the mask if you can do that.
It's like me pissing all down myself on
Well,
the mic, doesn't it?
you chose that outfit.
Yeah, I did.
I do think Alfie won. Look, if we had a competition, I think Alfie's won it.
I think.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Don't know about that.
we should get a poll going.
A poll. Okay, we'll do our first poll.
We'll do a poll. You guys
Yeah.
can decide who's got the best Halloween costume. It's definitely going to be Alfie.
I mean, in that
No,
case,
it's not.
I wanna hear it. I think
I'm
so.
going to vote for myself in that case. But I've probably, well, no, you put the least effort in because you just put a mask on.
And I had to get changed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And he slicked his hair back.
You do look,
I just
you
sit
look
there.
slick.
I feel pretty sexy. I'm not
I mean,
gonna lie.
you're always
Yeah.
very sexy.
I felt pretty black metal until Jenk said that like a 13-year-old emo kid. And I was like, yeah, I kind of do. I've got the body for
Although-
it as well.
although-
So.
Jenk is the only one that's in proper costume.
Excuse me, I'm repping my Phoebe Bridges Strongbow
Strongbow.
t-shirt. I got this, and like I used to work at a bar called Jailhouse, and it was like a promo t-shirt around Halloween, and I've had it for like about 20 years now, and I've worn it only ever on Halloween.
That used to be your like insult to people. It'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I got t-shirts older than you.
Yeah, no, literally, I have though. I've got like a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt from '98.
Although we have to admit, Jenk isn't actually in costume.
Jenk
now.
isn't in costume.
This is how he always
He's
dresses.
usually in costume.
When you see
He's
him,
got-
he's in costume.
This is what happens when I take a Black Flag t-shirt.
yeah.
It's just that underneath.
Jenk is actually saying what happened was the reason why it's called the Goat Says Pub is because we sold our soul and met
I don't
the
believe
devil
in the
here.
soul.
I don't believe in the soul.
I don't believe in the
Do you
soul.
not? No, because neither do I.
Jenk sold his Pokemon cards.
I don't know what Pokemon is. I do, but not actually.
And yeah,
Do you believe in the soul?
we met the devil.
Pokemon.
No. So I believe that we're all just sacks of organs and we all just rot in the ground and there was nothing before we was alive and there's going to be nothing after we were alive.
What do you mean there's nothing
He's,
before you were
he's
alive?
in character.
So does that mean 1973 didn't exist?
Oh, do you
No.
mean like there's what is it? Fucking however billion of years that the Earth is. It's also
4.5.
minus that.
No. What we had this conversation.
No, because it's like there's still an amount of time that existed
Oh, okay, yeah.
before the time that we're in now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Especially like because it was when the universe that was created in the Big Bang, was it? It was just the solar
Yeah.
system,
No, the universe was.
the entire fucking
Yeah,
thing.
well, this is still. So time is a measurement of the expansion of the universe. So this is still a causality of the Big Bang. So everything that happened with the Big Bang is still happening now.
We had this exact conversation last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's have it again. So basically, the Big Bang happened. Time went, which is the only temporal dimension. There's 3 spatial, 1 temporal, and all time is as a measurement of that. So we're still expanding from the Big Bang.
Prove it.
I researched it.
Yeah, so a soul, right? Maybe. But who the fuck cares?
Well, people
What is a
base-
soul? Though? What could a soul be?
Well, it's meant to be your essence, right? Your consciousness, your
Being.
essentially, it's like what gives you. It's what makes you different from like a cockroach.
Why do cockroaches?
Does a cockroach have a soul?
Well, is there a cockroach heaven or a cockroach hell?
Yeah, no. See,
I don't know, it could be. Well, you fucking
But would cockroaches believe in heaven or hell?
Satan is a cockroaches in hell.
Nah, they're all in heaven.
They're all in heaven.
There's loads of
You've got to
fridges.
exterminate them.
There's loads of fridges in heaven with cockroaches under them.
That's all heaven is.
We
It's just Cliff Richard. Is Cliff Richard dead?
Cliff Richards.
Yeah.
no,
Is he not?
he's not dead.
How is he not dead? He's like 1,000 years old now.
Cliff
isn't he?
Richard. Yeah.
Isn't he a pedo as
He's
well?
not dead.
He is a
No,
pedo.
no.
He is a pedo.
He's like, I know.
Yeah.
I had this
I have
conversation
stories.
with my mate Pete at the pub the other day, and in his words,
Go on.
they tried to have him 3 times in court for being a pedo. Every time, he skipped out of that place singing fucking Summer Holiday, flicking everyone the V's. That's exactly what happened.
I don't believe that happened.
I wish it did.
It would have been a better story if it did.
No, Cliff Richard's definitely a paedophile. And Rolf Harris. They're all.
Well, Rolf Harris was proven to be,
Rolf
wasn't
Harris
he?
definitely
Yeah, Rolf
was.
Harris is.
If he was big in the 80s or 90s, he was a pedo.
Right, the 90s as well.
Yeah.
That's like
No, because
that's like a lot of people who are still relevant now.
Everyone but Danny Filth is a paedophile. Yeah,
I mean, if anyone, have you seen that interview with Danny Filthy with that kid?
yeah.
It's so awkward. It's like the most awkward thing. I hate Danny Filth. He's a fucking prick.
Do you know him?
No, but my mate. So at my last job, the dude called Kirk, who was like the bar manager there, went to Bloodstock this year, and Danny Filth's missus was like, "You're hot," to my mate Kirk.
Really?
Yeah, and Danny Filth apparently lost his shit at him.
Danny, Dad,
Daddy,
Daddy,
Father.
Daddy
Daddy
Filth.
Filth.
Father.
Isn't he like, he's like 4 foot tall as well. I saw Cradle of Filth in like 1998. I think they fucking sucked.
They're so good.
They fucking sucked.
Can you do a
Black metal
Danny
scream.
Filth? Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Try.
You thought about it for a minute there. There was like there's a chance of it.
All the gear and no idea.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
All the gear and no idea.
To be fair, like when I am in cosplay all day.
Cosplay.
But
And
then
now-
when I get home, I dress up like this.
No, you take your you take your
Put my makeup on.
no, you take your makeup off. And
Oh,
that's
he's,
your face
he's,
underneath
he's like
it.
the Joker.
That's
I,
what I'm saying.
Can I
Yeah,
blow
yeah,
your
in,
smoke?
yeah.
in the dark night.
Be fair, we
Or like that zombie dude.
we spoke about black metal a fair bit, haven't we?
See,
And,
I love black metal.
Early
but-
Mayhem is fucking sick.
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah, but only,
Watch where you're treading there,
only
mate.
because it's basically punk.
I mean, it's not.
It is.
I mean, it's not.
it is.
They burnt churches for a start and stabbed people and
Who?
Mayhem.
mayhem.
I don't know about their action. I want to know about the
And
fucking
Burzum.
music.
Do you not heard about this? So
No,
there's
no,
the
don't.
guitarist in Mayhem was called Euronymous.
Mm-hmm.
And
Who?
not Euronymous. That was it. That wasn't his given name. It's probably like Paul or something, right? But like-
Always, they probably weren't.
Oh, yeah, true. Like Lars. And the singer of Burzum, who was called Count Grishnak, but that's not his real name. His real name is...
I don't fucking know.
For fuck's sake.
Christian Vikernes.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
Varg Vikernes.
Varg Vikernes.
His real name is Christian.
Oh, is it really?
Vikernes. Yeah, yeah.
Irony.
There we go.
There were two bands, and I think at one point Count Grishnak was in Mayhem. Then he got kicked out. The singer shot himself. That was an album cover. They took a picture of him, took pieces of his brain and made necklaces out of it. This is all true.
That's
It
disgusting.
This is true.
ain't.
It is?
It turned out that it was chicken bones.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay,
they
they took
found
the picture of him was the album cover, though.
Yeah, no, that definitely happened. Yeah.
And then the dude, so Count Grishnak stabbed Euronymous like 27 times?
Yeah,
Was it 27?
yeah,
Something
something like that.
There's a film called, so honestly, there's like loads of documentaries on YouTube about it.
Do you know the
And
film is like
there's a
only
film-
scratches
there's a
the
There's a
film
film called
called
Lords of Chaos.
Lords of Chaos,
And it's got
which
Kieran
is
Culkin in it.
yeah, which is not as good as it's something like Beneath the Darkness or something, which is a documentary
seen that
about
one.
it,
Oh, I've seen the documentary.
which is fucking really good. But like the film, All This Mayhem doesn't really.
All This Mayhem's a skating one.
Yeah,
Lords of
that's-
Chaos.
Lords of Chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking course, yeah.
That's
yeah.
the
It's
Tapas
fuck
Brothers.
all about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not about Tapas Brothers.
I love that
Tapas.
though when they're going,
Tapas.
fuck you,
Tapas.
Hawk.
Papas, that's it. Not tapas.
Tapas is a
Tapas.
delicious Spanish meal.
Yeah, or tapas. I'm sorry. I thought
That's
you'd get it without me having to say it.
That's what you go and eat when you leave your daughter to go to sleep in a Portuguese
In
hotel, innit?
Portugal.
Oh, is that what they were having? Is that what they were having? Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, anything. So the thing about black metal is, I love black metal. I really do. But you have
I
to
really do.
you have to be so careful with black metal because I think you're safe with Behemoth.
But I mean, they're all really
Yeah.
racist.
No, but a lot of black metal artists are all fucking.
They're all
murderers
racist.
or
They're all like
fucking-
horrendously racist.
Who's the one black metal guy who came out as gay a few years back and he got like a heap of shit for
Yeah,
it?
it's a horrible scene. It's a horrible
I got
scene.
drunk with so Attila, who was the
They
singer.
are fucking shit.
He was
on-
in Mayhem.
He was the
as well.
singer on De Mysterious Substantinas. I've got a mate who's in the band Aaron Athrak, and this was like again the 90s, and we went to a bar in Birmingham called Excels, and Attila was recording with him at the time, and he's Hungarian, isn't he?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, and he came out with us, and he's the mood, like literally, he's like he lives up to that persona. He's
Yeah.
the moodiest motherfucker.
Have you seen
It might be because he's a brown person.
there's
though, so.
there's a documentary called Metal Headbanger's Journey, and there's a bit in it where it goes different kinds of metal, and there's a black metal section in this film, and the interviewer asks this black metal guy, he goes, "So what is metal to you?" And like for a good 30 seconds, the guy who asked the question to is just stroking the stem of a wine glass, and then he just goes, "Satan."
Well, there's black metal and there's true Norwegian black metal, isn't there?
Yeah. Intertwined though.
Yeah, like it's Cradle of Filth and like Dark Throne and bands like that.
Yeah, it's just black metal.
But then there's like
There's like Mayhem.
Norwegian black metal.
Like
Who was that dude?
Exodus. No, I don't think Exodus.
That dude from that
Yeah.
black metal band who fucking put the hit out on his wife.
No, that was
Wasn't that
Beneath
did you
the
know-
Burial, was it?
Oh,
Oh, I
was
didn't
it?
know that.
A Tim Lambesis. I don't know if it's Beneath the Burial. It might be. Yeah, but they're just a fucking shit metal band, mate.
But it's honestly, if you watch any documentary about like, even if you're not into it, because I'm not into it. Like I remember that I listened to that album when I was like fucking 15.
get into it. It's so melodic and operatic.
Fuck
It's
off,
great.
is it?
Dude. That's
Dude, are
the
you
whole
into
thing of
fucking
black metal.
Nightwish?
No.
Me?
That's what it sounds like. to
Yeah,
me.
right.
Like Cradle of Filth sounds like Nightwish with some guy throwing up.
Does
Yeah,
a girl
that's what
sing
black
it?
metal is, though. It's blast beats and like a lot of operatic. Like it's quite beautiful.
I'd
in a
rather
way.
listen to opera.
Yeah, but like listen to a band called Death Heaven. They're like a new black metal band, but they're not really black metal. They're like
They're like post, and they? Like
Yeah, and
post
they all
black
wear
metal.
Is
like-
post black metal a thing now? Have
Yeah.
we gone that far beyond black metal?
well,
that
they
now
all
there's
wear
post
like
black metal?
they all wear like skate clothes and they're all just normal lads.
Wasn't it Venom who were like the first black metal band?
No, it's got they
Or did they
released
d-
an album called
Called Black Metal. Right, that's where the moniker came from.
Yeah,
Right,
basically.
okay.
Well, there's a the black metal scene at the minute. It's quite good. It's quite good.
What's the
Oathbreaker
difference
is
between
good.
black metal and death metal?
There's quite a lot.
So give me one.
Probably the opera behind it,
So
for one.
yeah, so black metal's very melodic and operatic and grandiose and big. Death metal is literally just how fucking crazy can we make this sound?
Is that Cannibal Corpse? death
Cannibal
metal?
Corpse is death metal. Yeah, that's
Right.
like the,
Are they like the
death metal.
quintessential?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, each like black metal song you can almost picture as an opera.
Yeah. But like a Satanist opera.
Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
I'd rather
Yeah.
listen to Lana Del Rey or like Phoebe Bridges or
Fucking hell. Sorry.
you like Phoebe Bridges.
I love Phoebe Bridges.
That's why I'm repping my skeleton top.
Yeah, I went yesterday. I listened to "I Come Blood" by Cannibal Corpse, and then went straight into Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is banging.
I know
That guy fucking he slaps, as you would say.
he does slap.
Does
Bruno
slap.
Mars is great, man.
I saw him live once. He was fucking sick.
Yeah, I can imagine it was.
It was really good.
But yeah, the metal scene is very dodgy. But saying that though, this is coming from a kid that grew up in like the late 2010s. When I properly got into music, I was like 16, and this was what when pop punk was massive, like the new pop punk scene, like Neck
Jenk's
Deep,
favourite style of music.
like Neck Deep and bands like that,
Don't even
and
start. Don't
that
start.
whole thing. Like you've got like racists and murderers in black metal scene, but then literally every pop punk singer is a fucking paedophile.
Yeah, that is true.
What's the pop punk bands play for chord?
A minor.
Fuck's sake. That's horrific.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But also very accurate,
It's true, it's true.
unfortunately. No, it
The,
is.
the two kind of punk things I hate are pop punk because
You can't mix pop and punk.
You can't.
it. I mean, you.
I
mean,
don't mind pop punk.
I mean, like, okay, we're saying like Ramones, like pop sensibility, with
Yeah.
like, 50s pop
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff like that. But then, like, with like modern pop punk, when it's just like so fucking overproduced and fucking all sounds the fucking same, it's fucking dross. It is fucking rank. And then the other thing I hate that is like punk as well is how, for some fucking reason, which pisses me off because it's completely the opposite, is like racists using punk.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fucks me off.
Well, that's like
beyond
the whole
belief.
skinhead thing started off as an anti-racism thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the Doc Martens and the braces and stuff like that
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
started off as an anti-racist
I'm
thing.
gonna say this now, right? With chest like Alfie, but without an apology next time, is like if you listen to Screwdriver or any fucking racist punk band, go and fuck yourself, chuck yourself down a fucking well.
I
you
would
cunt.
presume. Yeah, like we will applaud that.
Fuck that.
But I would like
And
to presume.
stop using fucking punk music. Write some fucking shit. Make your own because it's not fucking for you.
I would presume anyone watching and or listening to this wouldn't listen to a podcast.
No,
with
yeah,
Brown
probably,
Dude on
yeah,
if they're
yeah,
a
yeah.
massive
To be
Screwdriver
fair,
fan.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
they might listen to it.
Unless they just like put the volume down whenever I talk.
Yeah.
I just cover that side of the screen.
I love it if they like started listening to it on like Spotify.
Oh, I
like,
didn't know that was a brown dude.
And then
Oh,
went,
FYI.
actually,
Brown dude.
brown guy.
Yeah, sorry.
So
not.
like if then they went, you know what? I'm gonna check out the YouTube.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they just started vomiting.
Oh, fuck, there's a brown guy on there. Oh, no.
Yeah, Nazi punks. Fuck off. Anyway.
Anyway.
Definitely. Sorry, I got.
No, don't apologise.
No,
It's a good message out there.
Oh no, yeah,
The-
definitely.
our racist viewers need to know that we don't promote or,
Yeah.
or in any way endorse that kind of behaviour.
Yeah, keep watching though,
Well,
because it makes
Yeah,
sense.
like, dude, like, get the
Yeah.
views up.
haters, watchers for hate. I like
No,
that. I quite like that.
I
If
like,
people watch this
I've got
'cause
enough
they're
haters.
I like it, like when, like NWA were massive, like when they were up and coming, and all the little white like Christian hate the whole white Christian family thing hated NWA, and they was like buying their records and burning them and running them over.
Yeah, and it's
And,
like, yeah, but you're still giving them money.
Yeah, and Easy is just like, mate, they fucking
Yeah,
won.
like, dude. It's weird though how like controversial music went from like Elvis initially,
Yeah,
like they would only film him from his like waist up because he was hip game,
big ass tallywhacker.
big dick.
strong,
Yeah, yeah.
strong hip game, and then like we got to like the 70s where it was like Zeppelin and Sabbath and stuff like that, and then in the 80s there was what was controversial in the 80s.
A lot. Michael Jackson.
Well, he wasn't really controversial in the 80s, was
Yeah,
he?
it was about 30 years later.
No, it was like 91, I think.
He made himself controversial, didn't he?
Made himself dangerous.
I suppose
See my Michael Jackson pun then.
And bad.
I'm bad.
Very
Suppose,
fucking
yeah.
It
bad.
was in the album names, you know what I mean?
I suppose the 80s was when openly gay musicians were about as well, and that would have been a big thing.
Like Judas Priest.
Oh yeah, fucking
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Wham,
What are you doing? I'm
fucking
getting a
Boy
piss.
George, like
Oh, for fuck's sake. Go on, Tiny Arms.
What we all drinking today?
Oh, we're doing this every week?
Yeah,
Because you got alcohol. Oh, you got 0% again.
I got 0%ers again because I'm sensible.
I've left my Budweiser here last time.
I
I'm
live
still
by the
drinking them.
X.
Are you straight edge?
Straight edge as
Straight
fuck,
edge?
mate.
Oh,
I'm
you
on the
fuck.
I'm on the Peroni.
I've seen you drunk far too many times to ever believe that you're straight edge.
I live by the X, mate.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh,
Don't
fuck.
Not that
Fuck
X.
DMX.
DMX was fucking banging.
Dude, literally listen to the lyrics for X and give it to you.
Okay.
It's like,
What about date rape or something?
no, it's literally the
Wait,
first verse
wait.
is about. Like,
What was the song you said you listened to yesterday?
me?
Yeah. Before you listened to Bruno Mars, what was it called?
Icon Blood.
Yeah, so that's okay. But DMX singing about something's controversial.
Well, when you're doing the edit, right, put the first verse of X and give it to you on the screen.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
To be fair, I come blood. It's saying
You've got a
something.
problem. You should see a
I've
doctor
got a
about that.
medical
You should see
condition.
a doctor about that.
You know, unless they've got a song that's I've got a bit of a chesty cough.
Now, also, intracranial semen injection by Ingested, that's a tune. Or midget face fuck by Gut Rectomy. That's a
Midget
tune.
face fuck.
Yeah.
That's okay, but
Or kicker pregnant.
oh my, you need to stop talking. You need to stop saying
No,
words.
I don't write these songs.
Yeah, but
I
you
just enjoy them.
What's that one with the video
That's like,
that is completely
I
fucked?
wasn't in a Nazi, but I enjoy their work.
What's that one with a completely fucked video? It's like forced gender reassignment.
Yeah.
That yeah.
There's like,
We listen to very different things.
no, there's like a really old.
Rich.
Right, okay.
That's it. If you know Rich, you've heard it.
Back in like the day when I was in college and that, when
That
I was
wasn't
like,
back in the day.
no, it was like 6 years ago, and I was like throughout school. I've already said this, but like throughout school, I was into like Metallica and Slipknot and stuff, and I thought Slipknot was like the heaviest shit you could get. And like, don't get me wrong, Slipknot's very heavy, but like when I got to college, my mate showed me a band. No, how did I even get? I can't remember. But we found this band called Chainsaw Castration. Shout out to
course they
them.
were called
They're
that.
a tiny little band, and they're fucking sick.
Like
And
midgets or
no, they've got like 1,000.
they're a tiny little band.
I think it's
called
little people.
chainsaw castration.
But they were fucking.
The term is
immense.
little people.
Little,
was so
sorry.
Chainsaw's castration were
I'd
brilliant.
like
Midget people face
I'd
fuck.
like to apologise
Wait,
for
what?
calling little people midgets.
No, save it till next week.
The intro. How small do you have to be a midget?
Dude,
Sorry,
stop saying
a
it.
little person.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
like I've spent 38 years calling them that word.
Yeah, that doesn't make it okay.
It's gonna take
though.
a minute for me to self-correct.
Mm,
I'm trying.
I don't know. If an old man says the M word, you're instantly on their case.
Well, I mean, that's not a new thing of discovery where you're like, you can't say that. Oh, what? Since when? Since forever.
Yeah, but it's like the F word for gays. That's like really horrendous.
Yeah, I know it is.
Like people don't know the history behind that word. It's fucking
Yeah.
awful. And like, actually, let's change the type of conversation to this because I was having this exact conversation last night about how people don't know the meaning behind words before they say it. And don't get me wrong, you can be naive to shit like that.
Yeah.
But if you're naive to it and you say it and then someone corrects you on it, don't go, oh well, I fucking said it anyway though. Like,
No, I didn't. I also
No,
corrected.
I know. I'm not saying you. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, people are
It
like,
just happened.
It literally just happened.
no, I know. But like, what was it?
Is it offensive enough for me to have to bleep it out?
Well, I'm not gonna say them.
No, but like when I said that word then.
No, you don't
About
have
little
to. I always said
people.
it about the song. There's a song.
Oh
called-
yeah, that's true.
But
Check yourself.
I was
before you
saying
wreck
it. I
yourself.
was saying it about the whole C word for a Chinese and a P word for a corner shop.
Yeah.
When we was talking, we was like, "Oh, I'm just nipping to the P shop." That takes more energy and more time to just say,
The shop.
"I'm just
I'm
nipping
going
to
to
the
the
shop."
shop.
It's one extra word.
Yeah, like
Like,
literally.
what the fuck are you doing?
Do you
It's the same
remember
as-
when Iggy Pop said it?
No.
He was doing it like the Stooges. It was when the Stooges reformed and they were doing like festivals and stuff. It was fucking early 2000s and stuff. And he went. He said like, yeah. He's like, do you enjoy it over here? He was like, yeah. Went to went down to the fucking
Which one? The C word or the P shop?
the P.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Went down to the rhymes with Jackie.
Well,
Shop,
yeah.
basically. And then he went, like, they went, oh, fucking hell.
It's a
Do you
word.
like-
That's the thing in
But,
America.
like, in America, it
Yeah.
means, like, a packaging shop
yeah,
where you get your packages from.
okay.
yeah.
So, like, to him, he
There's
thought,
such a hard K
that
on your
was
way you
that.
say packaging.
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 You're on a fine line there, mate.
Honestly, I'm a
I
huge
know, yeah.
microphone. It's quite weighty.
I also had okay, so I watched the what's it called? Montage of Heck, the Kurt Cobain documentary
Yeah.
with my mum.
It's
the other day.
horrific.
I like it.
It's
Though, man. I
shit.
mean, well,
I like the
no,
art
it's-
style. But
Yeah, no, the way
yeah,
it's shot's well,
yeah.
but it's such a singular. The family just basically alleviates themselves from any
Did
responsibility.
you about what King Buzzo from Melvin said about it?
No.
Because they're all, like, the same town, saying like it's a very small town,
Yeah.
and like there were a lot of these stories about Kurt Cobain having sex with a girl with learning disabilities when
He didn't actually have sex with her.
Yeah. Well,
he
whatever
went
they
to.
said had
Yeah.
happened in the film.
Yeah.
It was like King Bozzo was like, it's that small of a place. There's no way everyone there wouldn't have fucking known about it. Like,
Right,
there's people like, we've known Kurt, like going, have you fucking heard what they're trying to say about him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Like going like he's taking advantage of you know, and the stuff like that. It's proper fucked.
See,
This guy's just dead and he's like,
Yeah.
when we was,
fucking
like, I was watching it with my mum, and my mum is loves Nirvana and loves Kurt. I love Kurt. I think he's a fucking beautiful person. But she was said,
my man Kurt's a bad man.
yeah. She goes,
Living it up in LA.
she said, imagine how much the world would be a better place if Kurt and John Lennon were still alive. And I was like,
They wouldn't change anything about the world.
John Lennon was a fucking horrific man. Like, I am like the biggest Beatles fan, and I think he's a genius, or was a genius, but he did some horrendous shit with fucking domestic assault and all sorts. And then there's literally a song in his album called "Women Are the N-Word."
Really?
Yeah, what is it? Women are the new N-word or something like that.
Okay.
But it's like, and literally
Christ,
the first lyric is like, it just sings that, but like the hardest N-word with the
Yeah.
hardest R in like
I've got a new song.
Yeah.
Ringo.
Ringo, I've got a new song. I don't know about what you think about it. It's quite a controversial title on
No,
this one.
this was when John and Yoko were doing their thing.
Okay.
But-
This is a weird. This conversations today have been very un-Halloweeny.
No,
I know.
this is just all the shit that I've been talking about past week.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
But like Yoko's, mate, I've seen this thing on Twitter, and it's Yoko put a picture of her and John Lennon kissing in Times Square or something like that, and someone just retweeted.
Oh,
and
get
said,
over it.
Girl, get over it.
I saw that.
yeah, fucking
That was brutal.
Come on,
To
come
be
on
fair,
now.
when did you die? Like 89, 81? 81, wasn't it?
I don't know, it's in the
I'm gonna,
80s sometimes.
I think it was 81.
I weren't born then.
Can I
I wasn't either.
can I break the fourth wall, please?
Jesus piss.
Yeah.
For fuck's
But
sake.
I've got some John Lennon facts on the way back.
We'll be back in one moment.
Back in a minute.
5 minutes later.
Welcome back.
Everyone's pissed.
How's it going?
I haven't moved.
This is
What were we talking about?
John Lennon being a horrific man.
That was it.
I was obviously because of my job tattooing. I spend about like a day drawing, like of a week.
Yeah.
Usually it's Monday or Tuesday, and I draw for the rest of the week, and like I like a lot of crimey kind of stuff. And one day, I just like for some reason I was just like I want to know about the guy that killed John Lennon, that Mark David Chapman.
Yeah.
And then I started watching lots of documentaries and what this and that and this, and watch the trailer for the
Chapter 36.
Jared Leto
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because he put all the weight on for it.
And it turned out that it was the day that he killed him, to the date.
When you were doing all the research, pick one.
Oh, God's sake. Dude, that sounds so awful on Spotify.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's here now.
But anyway,
It is what it is.
so
We'll figure it
the
out.
guy that shot Lennon, literally 2 hours before, he got his signature and got a
Yeah,
photo with
yeah.
him.
He met.
Oh, really?
He
Yeah.
met him. He came. John Lennon came out of the building,
The Dakota building.
the Dakota building, which another Halloween fact is the same building that the Stave Puft Marshmallow Man climbed in Ghostbusters.
In Ghostbusters.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
sick.
That's mad.
And John Lennon came out, and there was the usual fans there with pictures and fucking
Things to sign.
and records, things to sign. And he signed a record for Mark David Chapman, and but the thing was, he was going to do it then, but was starstruck. So then John Lennon went out, went wherever he was going, and come back, and that's when Mark David Chapman pulled the
So,
gun.
but was it? Yeah, because I've been to the Strawberry Fields, is right next to it in Central Park. I've been there.
Well.
Well, not the
Strawberry
actual
Fields in
Strawberry
Liverpool.
Fields,
Strawberry Fields in
No,
Liverpool.
but there's a Strawberry Fields thing in
yeah.
Central Park, and they've got an Imagine thing on the floor.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine, and there's always
It's easy
flowers
if you
on
just
there,
imagine.
and everyone always sings Imagine around there.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't contribute.
So Mitch was saying, me and Mitch work together, and all we do is drive all day and listen to podcasts and music. Mitch comes into work after we've finished and goes, I've been listening to loads of cult podcasts at the minute. And it made me think, and to link it to the Beatles, a lot of what Charles Manson did was, I don't know, he found some hidden meaning within the White Album and within Helter Skelter and all sorts, and then that's what sort of pushed him to do what he did. They them Manson family murders, fucking hell.
Listening back to, because he goes in quite great detail about when they killed fucking Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
And the fucking graphic nature of it, just hearing about it, dude, made me fucking cry, man.
Mm.
It's so fucking, like, they didn't fucking leave any stone unturned in this fucking podcast talking about, like, how bad they fucking went in on them all. It's fucking heavy.
So, you
shit.
know, referenced in a previous podcast, 9 Inch Nails Downward Spiral.
Yeah.
That was recorded at the Sharon Tate house.
Really?
Yeah. So they called it Le Pig, and there's a song on the album called Piggy, and there's another song called March of the Pigs.
They written blood.
In blood, Le Pig.
Pig, weren't it?
Yeah. And Sharon Tate's sister basically turned up and was like, "Why are you like glamorizing my sister's death?" And like it made him feel like shit about it. And he was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move out."
Yeah.
Then they put the lease on it or something like that. But yeah, the album was recorded at that house.
I don't know anything about the Manson family murders. I know like what happened. I don't
know that. Most of the knowledge I have is from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is a fictionalized version of it.
It's a very strange film to what actually happened.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's because
don't know
Tarantino wanted to give, you know, Sharon Tate and everybody that died
the opportunity to
live.
Not, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
basically.
it's the same thing with the Glorious Bastards, where it was kind of like they kill Hitler. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it.
The whole idea of what
Hitler's dead.
Hitler's dead. Do you not remember you're raping him tonight? You're like,
I thought he just popped down.
oh right, okay, he just came down
the
for a
whole
visit.
thing that Manson was trying to do was
it because Hollywood is so toxic and it was like
no, basically because at the same time you had the Black Panthers were doing their thing, and he wanted he sort of
It's so weird watching you talk with a mask on. Like,
can't do the mouth move. He sort of, whether he fully believed it himself or was just trying to get his followers to believe it, because he manipulated them so much.
Yeah, because he didn't actually murder anyone, did he?
No.
He shot someone. He shot a member of the Black Panthers, and he thought that they died.
Right.
And he was blaming it on one of his other, because anything, as any fucking psychopath would do, would never take the blame for anything they'd done, so he put the blame on everybody else and made them feel shit about it. But no, so whether he believed it fully himself or was trying to get his followers to believe it, like, their doomsday thing was basically the Black Panthers or anyone of colour was going to take over the world, basically. And it was like, well, you know, this isn't okay. You know, it's a white land sort of thing. Let's fucking not let that happen. So all of the murders that he got his gang to do, they would try and make it look like it was the Black Panthers that did it.
Right, okay.
But the police never made any connection to any of it.
Because it wasn't them.
Because it wasn't them,
Right.
right? And it weren't until...
because they were all just little kids,
Yeah, 'cause
weren't
they
they?
were
Were just
good
at-
manipulating
they were
little
just
kids.
high as
He went
They were
around
just hippies, weren't they?
on a
Yeah.
bus just recruiting people,
Yeah.
not even telling them what they were going to do, and brainwashing them to the point where when he said, we're going to do this, I was just like, all right, Charles, yes. We'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, I never understood the glamorization of him and serial killers in general. I'm not into the whole serial killer thing. I don't get it.
Something
I
that's
don't understand the
pissed me off
fascination.
recently, there's a clothing company or something on Facebook, and they've just got like loads of like random clothing, but one of them, it's Charles Manson in a Make America Great Again
Right,
hat.
okay.
And I think that's fucking awful.
Yeah.
One, it's fucking glorifying.
I mean, the guy
whole
did have a
racism of
swastika
fucking-
carved in
But
between his eyeballs.
You shouldn't
so.
be putting serial
No.
killers on. Like,
You shouldn't glamorize them anyway, period.
I'm sure I've had this conversation with you now, and it
Yeah.
pisses me off. People have got fascination with serial killers.
Yeah,
recently,
dude, and I don't get
fucking
it.
understand
Like,
where it is.
like literally, I've got like friends who have, and we've had arguments about it before. We've like almost fallen out about it before because I don't agree with the glamorization of serial killers.
No.
And the problem is, like, I've got friends before who I can't sleep. It's like because all you do is listen to fucking murder podcasts constantly.
Yeah.
And like they lived alone. I'm just like, you're gonna freak yourself out if you're sleeping, especially while it's on. Like subliminally, that shit's gonna fucking eat you. the
Oh,
fuck
absolutely,
up.
yeah.
And because I know you're quite interested in them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I've-
but there's a difference between being interested in them and the psychology that goes behind it and why someone would want to do that.
But I don't
that's
care
why-
about the psychology behind it
But
either.
that's
I
why
think
you
the
tend to
thing.
listen to it. Like, I respect them in the sense of, it's like, okay, you want to understand why you're doing this, but I hate it when they take
But
it
okay,
away
do you have
from
any
the victim.
understanding more so because you've researched it? Do you have a better knowledge now based on the research you've done or based on listening to podcasts or watching things
I can
on why they do it? Or are they just fucked up human beings?
a bit
Mate.
because, like I said, the Charles Manson one I listen to. It's the same with any of them. They all connect. So I listen to one about Charles Manson, one about the Ants Hill kids, one about the FDJS, and
There's a Jonestown massacre as well, wasn't
the
there?
Jonestown massacre, yeah. And all of the same things. It all came from those leaders had that much of a shit childhood that they just wanted to manipulate people. They didn't care about what they were doing.
But then
or
at that
doing.
point, you kind of like, no, so why are you still researching it? You know what I mean? That's I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
at some point, it was like when the Ted Bundy documentary came out on Netflix. Everyone was like, he was
See,
so
there was-
handsome.
there was
He
two-
wasn't handsome. He was a standard white guy.
There was
The
two
thing-
that came out, weren't there? Because there was the Ted Bundy tapes, and then also the Zac Efron Ted Bundy film
Yeah,
that came
the
out.
wicked, dangerous,
So,
wickedly
badass.
shocking.
swamp,
That
That
whatever,
was
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
atrocious.
What did you say?
I don't know.
You just list
That film
Michael
glorified
Jackson
the fuck
albums.
Thriller, bad, dangerous. That one.
No, yeah. So the thing
Off
with
the
that is,
wall.
all they've done is like they've got the
You've got a really beautiful man.
the
playing,
fittest guy in Hollywood,
He is a fit guy.
and
And
to play Ted
glorified
Bundy.
the fuck out of him.
And I don't even think they show any. I think they maybe at the start. I've watched it
They
once.
show one or two of the murders.
Yeah,
in there, don't
and it's
they,
just
or
all
something,
about the
but-
court case and about how clever he
But
was.
that
and
was
how-
based on his ex's book, I think.
There was one documentary where it was more from his girlfriend, kind of on and off girlfriend throughout.
Yeah,
I think that's the one the
yeah.
book's based on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the film's based on, sorry.
And
Yeah.
I've seen the film, and it shit film.
It's shit.
It's a shit film.
It's like you
But
see
like-
people walking around. Sorry to cut you off. You see people walking around with t-shirts and jumpers with serial killers' faces on.
Yeah.
That's justifying what they've done by doing that.
completely,
If you're
that's
gonna
what I
do
mean.
anything,
It's like,
walk around with
imagine-
the victims'
But
faces
like,
on the
right,
shirt.
imagine seeing someone who has lost someone because of that person and like glamorizing them on
It's
your
like
chest.
because of
walking-
something
like,
similar.
see,
at
okay,
least.
It's like walking with a Hitler t-shirt.
Yeah, so I had this
Absolutely,
argument with my friend a while ago about the Sex Pistols because, like, I grew up listening to the Sex Pistols. I think they're all fucking knobheads, but I like that album. I like Nevermind the Bollocks. But so the Sex Pistols were fucking posers anyway, to begin with.
Yeah,
They
they
were
were.
picked
They
off
were-
the street for the way that they look,
Yeah.
and Vivienne Westwood made their clothes. There was
Yeah.
nothing punk about
Well, she
them.
created the whole punk scene
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, but anyway, we was talking about Sid Vicious and how he used to wear a swastika t-shirt, and he was like, get interviewed, and he'd be like, "Oh, it's just to piss off the old people, man." It's like, well, you just look like a bit of a bellend, to be fair. Like, there's other ways that you can piss off old people than wearing a fucking swastika.
Yeah.
You
Piss
piss
in
off
their
more
biscuit
people.
tin.
Exactly, exactly. Do that.
Remove every single one of their less shoes.
It's the same as the. It's the same
That'll
as the.
piss me off.
It's the same as the dead Kennedys.
Fucking
Nazi
Taking the
punks.
batteries out there.
We're just
TV
walking in
remote.
circles.
It's the same as the Nazi punks fuck off symbol, which is literally a swastika with a cross through it. But like, you can get patches and t-shirts with that on
No
it.
smoking sign.
And I still think that it's like, why even have that symbol on you anyway? Like, it goes without saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking likes Nazis, and you're not.
I
Don't
mean,
make it,
other than other white Nazis.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're going to a punk show and you've got a Dead Kennedys Nazi punks fuck off t-shirt, I love that song. I like the message behind it. But like, nobody there is a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to wear that symbol.
Yeah, but
like,
that's almost like one of those echo chamber things where everyone going there is going to have the same mindset. But I agree, because like for me, even if it's got the cross through it, I'm still seeing a swastika.
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It's
you know
like,
what I
it
mean?
goes without saying that
Yeah.
no one here likes the fucking swastika. So like, don't.
Well, I mean, the original meaning behind it
Yeah,
was...
like it was like,
it was
like
a-
Tibetan look
yeah.
symbol, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah,
So,
well, yeah,
like,
yeah. It's a hint.
Yeah,
So
but it's a
it
piece.
was like, you know, used.
It was a positive
It's kind
thing.
of unfair because it was used for something that was completely fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
Didn't all
So
they
But
do
I've,
is
still, I've
change the
known
angle
people
of it
who
as
have
well and flipped
had
it or
like
something.
the old... Is it Tibetan or Hindu?
I think it's Hindu.
I think it's Hindu.
There's loads.
But
of
whichever one it
different
was, like,
versions
they
of
have
it.
that version of the
Yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm like, it's got such a dark connotation now.
Which
It-
is a
it is-
shame,
yeah,
though.
it is
It's
a
an
shame.
absolute
It
shame.
is, no, it
because-
is a shame, but at the same
because
time...
that symbol has been around for a lot longer than the
Yeah.
Nazi Party
Well,
with
yeah.
that meaning, and it took obviously the atrocities of the Nazi Party to, like I said, whether they just fucking, you know, they changed the angle of it, flipped it over, whatever. You still fucking correlate it with
So,
what it was.
If you're walking around with a t-shirt with fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy on it, then first of all, you're not fucking edgy, and no one gives a shit about your life. And secondly,
Apology incoming.
no, I don't give a fuck. Go and buy a t-shirt with Adolf Hitler on the front of it and wear
Yeah.
that with chest. If,
Yeah,
if you're gonna
yeah,
wear
yeah.
one with fucking
With
Jeffrey
chest.
Dahmer on it, stick Adolf Hitler on,
Yeah.
or stick one with fucking
You're
Rolf Harris on it.
glorifying. You're basically saying, like, I think it's okay with the murders and whatnot.
And I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not
by
comparing.
glorifying them.
I'm
No,
not
yeah,
comparing
atrocities of
Jeffrey
them,
Dahmer
but
to Hitler.
The
Because
message
but
you're
they
putting
still,
across is
but
the
they
same.
still did
Yeah.
fucked up shit, and you shouldn't be glorifying what they've
No,
done.
that's what I think. That's my point is with the whole serial killer
Like,
thing. I've never understood the fascination.
How
behind it.
many things
I
have you
did
seen
the-
of serial killers, whether it's a documentary or whatever, and the shit about the victim is in there so little compared to... It's like, yeah, fine, you kind of want to understand why that person has done that shit to a point, but you
I
also
don't.
want...
I have no desire to
It's
ever
like- it's
find
like-
out.
just to understand why you would do something that fucked up. Like I'm like, oh, I kind of want to know why you do something.
The thing
that
is, as
fucked
well,
up,
that
but
doesn't happen now. Like, you
you
don't get
need
serial killers now.
Yeah, well, the cartel and there's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, but
shit
that's
going on.
also done behind drugs and things like
You
that,
don't-
right? So it's not done just for the
There is
glorification.
definitely
of
You
it.
don't
Yeah,
get
well,
it now
there
because
is.
there's more ways of checking your fucking DNA. Back when you had all these serial killers, you
I
can't
guess
check
now
your
you can
DNA,
just
it's
join the
fucking
army
shit.
and just go kill people anyway. So
I tell you what, that's a fucking definitely another conversation, right? Like, I am not a fucking fan of the military at all.
no.
I don't see the point in people, whether you join up yourself or whatever, going and fighting for somebody else's fucking battle, right?
Yeah.
And regardless whether you fucking are in the army or not, if you fucking kill someone, even if they've got a fucking gun in their hand, you've murdered somebody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the reason.
yeah, there shouldn't be
for.
such a thing as like legal death.
No,
It's-
absolutely
it's-
not. Fuck a
it's-
license to kill. Fuck it.
It's the powers that be pitting the low classes against each other for.
Yeah,
Black Sabbath wrote the best song of all time about
War
it.
pigs.
Yeah.
Warpick, yeah, absolutely.
That was weird. When I went to Vietnam, I went to the War Museum, and the way they like sold the Vietnamese people were like by dehumanizing them, and it still happens now. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Like post 9/11, because I'm old enough to remember the world before 9/11 and the world after it, and there was definitely a thing where people were so afraid and they realized they could monopolize that.
Yeah.
So now,
It's the mainstream media.
yeah,
There's-
it is.
I-
And I know it sounds like whenever you say mainstream media, like, oh yeah, like it's a thing, but no, it is. Like, it's not even mainstream. It's just media in general.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like when your narrative is to dehumanize people so that they seem subhuman, so you can validate
So
killing them.
I don't want to fucking annoy. I don't know what the word is. I don't want to put any disrespect on whatever happened. But there was what happened in Cornwall a few months ago about that guy that went and shot like 6 people or something like that in Plymouth. That wasn't named as a terror attack just because he was white and middle class.
Yeah.
But if he was brown and if he was brown, it had been a terror
Yeah,
attack.
no, I remember I went to the 9/11 museum. Like, I've been to New York 3 times. I went in 2004, 2005, and 2015. And the last time I went, there's a whole memorial and museum there. And you go through and it basically just emotionally breaks you down. And the last room is just about the people who caused the attacks. It's almost like will make you vulnerable and sad and upset about all these atrocities. And you can listen to like people's phone recordings and stuff.
Yeah.
And now get angry.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what you
Yeah,
leave with.
yeah.
The last message you get from that place before the fucking gift shop is rage.
That is fucking
But
disgusting.
dude, isn't
Why
it?
is there a gift shop to the fucking
Where
9/11?
isn't there a fucking gift shop?
What the fuck? I've never been abroad, so I don't even know that this shit
Yeah.
Do you know,
happens.
there's
But like,
a similar thing in the Anne Frank Museum. You go through a bit where, because you go like all around the house and whatnot, and you learn about the life of the family that originally lived there.
Yeah.
You get to learn a little bit about Anne and her family, how they moved in there, and obviously it keeps you up with like shit going on in the world with the war and such. And then you go into the annex, and then it gets a little bit darker, and you see like all the, you know, how small it was they were living in, and it's not a positive thing throughout. It's very daunting, but you get to see her life, like a good life that she's lived, and you think, okay, like fucking, I feel moderately okay because I can see this person
Yeah.
who's living a good life. You can see, you know, many, because that Anne Frank's diary, she wrote multiple.
yeah,
So you see all of them, you see different things. The last bit that it goes through is about the Holocaust, so that's already fucking bringing you down. And then I think the last thing in there was a message, like a video message from her dad, because her dad was the only survivor, talking about it, and then that instantly fucking brings you down, and it leaves you on such a fucking low.
do you
Yeah.
exit through the gift shop?
Yeah. And like,
You always exit through a gift shop.
but I think if that's going to be the thing, like, yeah, it's nice to see their life before that happened.
I
but-
thought you were bringing fucking Branksy into that. I was
Well, I
like,
just think
what's that got to do with fucking anything?
No, but even that was a message about that. Like the whole point of exit through gift shop was the fact that no matter what the atrocities, no matter what the place is,
Get a
there's
t-shirt
fucking
with it.
gift shop
Yeah.
at the end of it. Yeah,
That's it. Like, you've gone through that. You feel fucking like I get the whole like having the sad bit at the end because
It was a sad
that's
thing.
The initial fucking
Yeah, of
thing.
course.
And then like you literally took the words out of my mouth. Then you fucking go through the gift shop and it's all bright and everything. It's
Yeah.
like, hang on a minute, I've just been fucking.
Now take a souvenir about the
I've
sadness
just been
you've got.
crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you want a
Yeah.
fridge magnet with Anne Frank's
Yeah.
face on it? Like, no, I fucking
No,
don't.
no. That's like the worst thing about it is it really pissed me off. Like it's bad to say I had a good time there. I enjoyed.
No, but people say
No,
people
I
say this,
enjoyed-
you
I enjoyed
had
the
an
museum.
educational experience.
Yes.
people
Like,
say this
I-
about Auschwitz though, like how that is like a tourist destination now, and like I would, I'd like to go, but it sounds so morbid saying that I'd like to
No,
go.
I understand.
No,
So
no,
I went to,
you
when I
wanna
went to
understand.
Cambodia, I went to S21 of the killing fields. So the Khmer Rouge, like, killed between 1975 and 1979. I think they killed like 40% of the population. There's no old people in Cambodia because they fucking killed them all. And when I went to S21, that's the prison there, and I went to the killing fields. And the weird thing about going to the killing fields is like you're paying to go in. when you leave, they never had that luxury.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
like a monument in the middle with like literal with skulls just populating this entire thing. There's like, so they used to like use banana leaves to slit their throats to save on bullets.
Oh my fucking God.
And use like pickaxes and stuff
Do you know
like
what's
that.
crazy about
But
that?
like, I mean, there's no gift shop there.
Yeah.
But also, like when I was there, because I didn't take pictures or anything. Like obviously being a tourist and everything, I was just like, this isn't the place to take
No,
photographs.
it's more of an experience.
Right,
and-
but you
yeah.
still, and like the prisons, like the prison cells I were in were literally like less than 6 foot, and I'm 6'3", so like I would not be able to lie down in it. There's people in there with sad face taking selfies. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's like
That I do not agree with. Like,
Yeah, dude, like there were certain places where you just put your fucking phone away
Yeah.
and just
take a breath and
yeah,
think,
dude,
yeah.
like
The
not
only-
everything needs to be on the internet.
I can only-
were you there?
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah, like learn from it.
I can only compare it to the Anne Frank Museum because that's like the saddest museum I've been to. But the only photo I took was a picture of the door
Yeah,
saying, you know, the Anne Frank house. And there was a monument outside of her with flowers on the ground. And I took 2 pictures of that. Like one, so it's like, just because I've been here.
Yeah.
And the other one of the monument because I thought that was fucking beautiful how people still to this day
Yeah.
come and leave flowers outside.
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
that statue. Inside the museum, not a single
Yeah.
fucking photo. I'm not going
because
to
why the fuck would you like?
No.
Just to like take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think, sorry,
I-
I think
it's
you
okay.
don't appreciate it for what it is if you're behind your screen taking
Completely.
photos.
No,
You're
yeah.
not gonna
You
take
just-
it.
there-
the
you're
thing
there
is,
for
one thing
clout.
through traveling I've realised a lot is a lot of people just go somewhere, take a picture, and walk away. It's like you haven't looked at it.
Yeah.
Like you looked at it through your screen. You could do that at home,
Yeah.
and it's the same kind of principle. People go and they'll go just to have been. Tag yourself on Facebook,
that's-
say
I-
you were
I
there,
didn't-
and bail.
As I said, like, I took that photo to say I've been to the Anne Frank house, but not to say, oh,
Well,
look,
no,
I've been
but
to
like
the
you
Anne Frank
still,
house,
when you were in there,
but
it's
it's
still.
to be of like,
No, I did the same thing when I went to S21. I posted a thing on Instagram, it was literally just a black. I took a picture of my hand, like put my camera up against my hand, so it was a black square, and posted a picture of it, and just wrote how I felt about it because I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
want to take a picture of the actual place.
No.
And when I went to the War Museum in Vietnam, I took one of their posters and like posted that. I didn't take the picture. I found one online and posted that, and then kind of like wrote my feelings about that because I was like, I'm not going to post a picture of like. I remember there was a kid actually, like this little kid with his dad. Because I being a British person, walking through that Vietnam War Museum was one thing, but being American must be a different thing entirely.
Oh,
Because obviously,
100%,
like,
yeah.
and there was a kid who was like, "Oh, cool! Look at that gun!" And it was like a huge like Gatling gun, and his dad was like, "No, like that's not a good thing."
Yeah.
And I was like, "It's good
Yeah,
that his
yeah.
parent is at least kind of
Yeah.
like educating him, rather than being like, yeah, that's badass."
Just to take it back to the killing fields. What years were they between?
So 75 and 79.
I don't want to sound uneducated, but I've never fucking heard of that.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't that educated on it either. So the whole thing was that basically it was like an inter-country regime who were against. It's very similar to MAGA.
Yeah.
They wanted everything to be internal,
Okay.
but they would kill people literally if you wore glasses. You were classed as being educated, so they'd murder you.
Yeah.
And they would. It was like the torture they put people through was fucking
the same with,
horrific
like-
as well. Like I think it was like 4 million people they killed.
Well, there's African genocide happening right now. As we
yeah, but
speak.
that's Britain's fault still.
Yeah, I know, but like it's mad how, and I don't want to disrespect anyone, but it's mad how I was born in '99 and all I've ever learnt about my whole life is 9/11.
Is white history and
And it's because white
Yeah.
people died.
No,
but then
completely.
as soon as this fucking atrocity happened in the '70s, I've never heard of it.
yeah, well, there's loads. I mean, the thing is, when they separated Africa, they put borders through villages to create. Like I think Togo and Ghana are right next to each other, or Ivory Coast, or Cote d'Ivoire, as it's actually called. We call it Ivory Coast, but it's globally known as Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
And they put a border. Literally, all the borders in Africa were created to create conflict, so they can create internal wars. Because that way, we haven't got to go and fight them because they'll fight each other.
Yeah.
Because if all of us, you spent generations being one tribe or one village or whatever it is, and there's a border between you now, you're from Togo. I'm not sure what the term is if you're from Togo, and you're Ghanaian, and you're going to go fight each other. Then it saves us having to go over
Yeah.
and fight them.
It's mad how it's still called Ivory Coast as well.
Yeah, but it's not.
Let's name countries after what we trade most.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like literally,
It's
right?
literally a day,
yeah,
Eric.
no, it is.
Coat of Ivory, the Gold Coast, and worst of all, the Slave Coast.
Yeah,
But that's all gone. But we still keep Ivory Coast.
yeah.
It's fucked.
No, it is completely
What the
fucked.
fuck?
And the thing is like, I mean, our British museums are just like a fucking walkthrough for genocide. It's like, look at all the things we stole.
Yeah.
And like, I remember there was, and I think it was a French museum. I think it might have been the Louvre actually. Like Nigeria was saying we want some of our stuff back because it will promote tourism in our country
Yeah.
for people coming in to see it. And they were like, no, we're not done with it yet. It's like, cool, okay,
Off.
sorry.
Fuck off.
Everything that has come from that country, you should definitely go back to that
No,
country,
completely.
absolutely.
Like the amount, like we've got like, what they're called.
You can have it on loan.
Yeah,
loan from
well,
them,
that's fine. Like if you, there's so many paintings and like exhibitions and stuff like that that do get loaned out to other countries and like bless you. Like like my favorite painting is a painting called the lady, the execution of when you're in that makeup.
Unblessed.
It's called The Execution of Lady Jane Grey, and it's in London. It's in the National Gallery, and I went to see it a couple of years ago, and it was in Japan because I loaned it out, but it came back. So you can easily do that with all the shit you've got in the British Museum that you stole from Egypt and Nigeria and all these other, like India and all these other countries. But instead, they're just like, no, we're not done with it yet. We're still making money off it. So.
I listened to this art podcast, and it was about a painting that Van Gogh, however you want to say it, Dr. Gachet, which is the doctor that he saw in, I think it was, I can't pronounce it, Auxerre, south of France anyway,
right, okay.
where he died. It was the doctor that was looking after him. And this painting, it was taken during World War II when Hitler was basically, he was an art fanatic, wasn't he? So he wanted to collect all the paintings, but they had certain paintings that were labelled as bad paintings, essentially. It was like paintings that he didn't want, so they were all going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
And this one guy, I think he died for the sake of it to save this painting, to hide it from getting destroyed, which is a Dr. Gachet. And it went missing. And eventually, like, years later, it got found. Obviously, somebody had owned it. And this person would not give this painting up. And, like, the Van Gogh Museum were fighting to be like, look, it belongs to Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Essentially, you know, like, yes, you
bought it,
you
it's
come
his
into it,
estate.
but, it needs to be in a museum, or you need to allow people to see it. You can't just fucking keep it away in your fucking house if you're not going to do fuck all with it.
It's just like just white imperialism, man. Let's just kill everyone and take all their shit. And it's like the whole Occupy Mars thing. Like, is there more of a fucking like white capitalist?
Like,
view of,
literally,
like, oh, there's a new land. Let's go conquer it.
I never understand what the question is. Should we and not can we?
Yeah, can we? No,
Yeah.
we can't. So
Well, no, even if we could, should we?
no, because then it's no.
Right, because they're literally colonizing
Fucking
another
leave it
planet.
alone.
Like, why the fuck is that a viable option? Like, if we kill this planet beyond,
But this is the thing, though.
and isn't it 7 years till the doomsday clock like reaches zero or something? Because every year it like loses another minute or something.
Like, they're
And the
talking
doomsday
about,
clock is literally just an example of like when the world passes the point where we have enough resources in 1 year to be sustainable. And they reckon there's 7 years left until we reach a point where we're not going to be able to be
Yeah.
sustainable, right?
This is the thing. Why put all that money in to see if you can colonize Mars, and just put that money into making Earth better?
But the problem is, the reason they don't do that is because they're not going to have to live through it.
No.
If you're rich now and the world's not going to end for 100 years, for example, why put money into something when you'll be dead in 100 years? So just live off your. That's why they don't do it.
Yeah, fair play though.
Not saying the same thing for like, all right, we're going to
You are watching
The
four
Halloween
men
special.
dressed as Satan, Hannibal Lecter, a voodoo priest, and Alfie. Talk some fucking real serious
Dropping
shit
some
right
truth
now.
bombs, yeah.
I tell you what, 2 hours in, should we take it back to Halloween?
Yeah, because we need to wrap it up anyway. 'cause
Okay.
it's like,
What's your favourite horror film?
what's your favourite scary movie?
favourite scary movie?
Mate, let's fucking go, man. Go on, Jenk. You've been quiet.
Go on,
for
you're
a bit.
Mr. Halloween. Yeah?
Me,
What's your favourite
I want
horror
to hear
film?
everyone else's first.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on, Sonny.
Because I know a lot of them.
Come back to me.
Okay.
Okay, mine, and it's fairly recent, I suppose, in the last 5 to 10 years. As Above, So Below.
I haven't seen that. Is that a horror movie?
It's somewhat, yeah. It's not like a fucking slasher film, and whatnot.
Right,
But
okay.
it's basically these uni students who want to go
Spoiler
to...
alert.
It's just a synopsis of it.
Okay.
They want to go to France to find the Holy Grail. Not the Holy Grail, sorry.
Is it Indiana Jones?
No, it's,
Yes, it's,
is it Lost
it's
Brian?
Indiana Jones.
basically, they're trying to find the Philosopher's Stone.
It is a Philosopher's Stone.
I
It's
meant
exactly what it is,
Monty
yeah.
Python, not that.
So they're
not
looking for
Brian.
Nicholas Flamel's grave, and they have to go into the catacombs to find it. But while they're in the catacombs are very haunted. But they're like, it's weird. It's like they're haunted to a point at one point where it's just random ghosts and whatnot. Like they're all friendly, and then they get to a certain point and everything's flipped. So all the friendly ghosts that they've met, all of a sudden, are fucking
Like
you know,
with-
trying,
like
to, trying to
Casper?
kill you and shit.
Casper's trying to kill you.
Casper trying to kill you.
Okay.
But it's like
Christina Ricci's in it as well.
And Robert Peel.
Robert Peel.
And Robert Peel.
You got two gats.
Yeah.
he was creating the police force while he was in the catacombs.
Right,
basically.
okay.
But no, it's like
And the Conservatives.
the thing that I love the most about it. Like I've watched this film multiple times, but it had taken me until like my 7th time watching it to realize.
How many times have you watched this fucking movie?
Fucking 10 times, dude. Like
Okay.
a lot of times.
Dude, really?
Fucking- it's one of my favorite films, man.
Fair play.
But like, it took me a long time to realize that the film itself had a complete different meaning to what it let on, and it's all to do with Dante's Inferno
Oh, okay.
because
The
they,
Layers of Hell.
yeah, exactly that. So basically, they have to keep going down to get to the point of Nicholas Flamel's grave, and then when they're there, and they're like, okay, we're here, we need to get out. They have to keep going further down to get out.
Okay.
So everything's flipped. So as above, so below. It's all flipped on its head. So they have to keep going further and further down. But the further down they go, something happens that's specific to these 7 people that are with them. And each one, it's like, I can't remember specifically what each layer of Dante's Inferno is, but it all correlates to each person.
Right, okay. So each person has a layer of hell.
It has a layer of hell.
Okay.
And
Nice.
the final one is hell itself. It's Satan's throne.
What would your hell be?
What would my hell be?
Bonds.
It was in the story.
Oh, is that your hell?
Don't know, that's his hell. Throwing
his
up
hell.
shit-stained
Oh,
Thomas
okay,
the Tank
yeah.
Engine underpants.
What's your hell?
No, my personal hell.
My hell?
I don't want Mitch. What's your actual personal hell?
Disneyland.
When we went to watch Fontaines DC and I was stuck at the bar for 45 minutes at the front of the bar trying to get served,
Yeah, that
that
was
would be my
bullshit.
fucking personal hell. Living through that again.
What's yours?
My personal hell.
Your personal hell.
Bonds bar.
Okay.
And favourite horror film?
Okay, so my favourite, it's not really a horror, but it's my favourite film ever, and it's the most white guy film nerd answer. A Clockwork Orange is my favourite.
Is that a
film
Halloween
ever.
film?
No, it's not.
So that's not the question then. What's your
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
Halloween
it's a-
film?
Halloween film?
Yeah, like it's fucking Halloween. That's why we look like dickheads.
That's what we look like.
Scary film.
Scary film.
Well, it hasn't got to be scary. It's just a film you would watch. Like, okay,
Film that I'd watch on Halloween.
like you know Christmas movies.
I don't know, fucking Toy Story 2. I don't fucking watch. I don't like horror films.
Yeah, it has like Adam's Family's a Halloween film.
Yeah, it's all right.
Casper's a Halloween
Whoa.
film.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't watch
Both
films,
Adam's
man.
Family films are fucking amazing.
Literally,
Yeah, yeah.
there's been 3 podcasts before this, and each one I've said that I don't watch films.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So, but like, A Clockwork Orange is my favourite film. It's fucked up, and I like it. And then American Psycho's up there as well. Fucking love that film.
You could probably watch American Psycho at Halloween.
Yeah,
because
probably.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't. It
think
has
you
to be
could,
based
because it's still-
around Halloween.
I don't think it
Fucking
has
that's
to
above
be.
so below.
That's
Or
what
be
makes it so
spoopy.
below it.
It's a horror
Yeah, it's just
film.
spooky.
Spoopy. It needs to be spoopy.
It's
That's fucking
You need to
It's
grow
a
up
horror
saying
film.
that.
Spoopy.
It's definitely a horror film.
What? American Psycho?
Yeah.
Spoopy.
Yeah, I like
It's
that
a thriller, isn't it? Really, it's a thriller.
It's
more
a
than
thriller,
anything.
but it's definitely like a horror
It's
film.
I don't know what mine is. Probably Adam's Family. I'm just saying that because the first one that comes to my head.
Do you know, speaking of Adam's Family, I recently learned, and I can't believe it took me a long time to fucking realise
Go on.
that Fester's name, Fester means rot.
Yeah.
And he says it in
Didn't
the
I s-
fucking
second one, yeah.
film, doesn't he?
He
And I
meet-
didn't
he
correlate
meets,
it.
he
You're an
meets
idiot.
the woman.
You're
of his
also the guy
dreams.
that didn't realise that.
The Matrix was Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Even though it specifically
Like
said.
literally, there's a whole thing of follow the white rabbit. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole? And you were
Yeah.
like, oh, that's about fucking Alice in Wonderland. Observant is our Mitch.
Yeah.
Jenk, what's your favourite Halloween film?
All right, you ready?
Go on.
Depends.
Fuck's sake. On.
There's a lot of good horror films out there. There are amazing ones.
I don't watch horror films.
I'm a big fan of. My favourite film ever is American Werewolf in London.
Mm-hmm.
Is
you have a big poster of it on your living room wall.
It's the fucking best film ever. It's like a horror comedy werewolf film.
I mean, I've seen it.
It's fucking sick.
It's a great film.
It's a great film.
It's the best werewolf transformation in a film.
My favourite alien-based film
A question that no one asked.
is The Thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Over Alien.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's a fucking badass, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a
So-
bad man. He's a
a
fucking
bad man.
My man, John Carpenter.
What did we watch this week? Last House on the
watched
Left.
Last House on
That
the
was
Left.
horrific.
And it was.
It
and
was
it like
horrific.
shocked. It shocked
Yeah.
both of us
Yeah.
still. And I'd never seen it, which is fucking surprising the amount of horror films I've seen.
That was a dark.
And
Is that
like,
the
I
one-
remember we
Those
sat
Those
with
guys
you.
come to the house with that girl living there and they try and.
They kidnap them, take them to the woods, and
The girl goes out with her mate because it's her birthday.
oh, they're trying to
and
pick up drugs, aren't they? And then they
Yeah,
kidnap them.
yeah.
yeah. It's not. Yeah, I
and
wouldn't
then
recommend.
another great horror film, one of my favourites, The Fly.
Yeah,
Jeff Goldblum, looking as long as
Sexy
possible.
Man. Sexy man.
It
have you seen he's just redone his pose from Jurassic Park? Like,
Yeah,
he's like in
yeah.
his 60s now.
Yeah,
Still
he
got
still
it.
looks fucking awesome, doesn't he?
Yeah, he annoys me.
No, I love
How
him.
can he?
fucking
I
annoy
don't
you?
know. There's
love
something
Jeff
about him
Goldblum.
that just annoys me.
He's just so fucking good.
Yeah, there's a
He
lot of
is.
actors that have pissed me off. Like
He-
Jim Carrey does my fucking head in.
Jim Carrey's
I
funny,
like Jim
man. I like
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
That's what.
Jeff Goldblum in that film, The Fly, has the longest torso known to man. His belly button is as far from his crotch as his fucking chin is,
That's sick.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that.
and it's an amazing film.
So
I don't want to. Yeah, I'm going Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps is my favorite Halloween film.
not seen that.
That's a werewolf movie.
It's a good film.
It's a fucking great film.
It's a good film.
Okay.
And my favorite, my idea of hell would be being in a room full of Tories.
That's my idea of heaven.
Fuck off.
yeah,
I will literally elbow you in the face.
me and
Joking.
Sonny watched some videos of some people going around Disneyland
Oh,
the other day.
that's
That's
correction. Oh my god, genuinely. Like, we can't talk about it in too much detail because we know the people. But
What?
we'll tell you
Well, we
after.
know what.
We'll tell you off camera. But
I thought it was on about them lads that go around Disneyland on mushrooms.
that I'd watch.
That's
Yeah,
so
I'd watch
funny.
This isn't that.
hell. No, but like genuinely, but it's like
We watched it. What was I here till like 5 a.m.?
yeah.
Like, literally, we spent about a good 4 hours. And I kept saying to him, like, I'm getting angrier. You need to put something else on. He's like, nah, one more's fine.
One more, but like it was like fueling your anger. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
just
literally
makes you
messaged him the
wanna-
day after. And as soon as I woke up, it was like 10 in the morning. I messaged you saying, I'm still angry.
Yeah,
And he just laughed.
that's my idea of hell. Just walking around.
I bet they're Tories as well.
God, man, you're fucking just walking around anything Disney, like a Disney store.
I mean,
Yeah, mate.
I've been to
It's
Disneyland.
hell on earth.
You've been to Disneyland?
Yeah,
What was that on your
Paris.
travels? On the way to Thailand? You nipped to Florida?
Dropped off on the way. No, not to Florida. I went to the one in Paris.
There's no explanation
going,
as to
Walt?
why this is bad. What were they doing? You haven't explained
Yeah,
why
well,
it's bad.
when we're done here, we'll show you an
Yeah,
episode.
but you just sweetened it up.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
we
what-
can't.
what
We
the-
can't.
what
We
the-
can't because.
But
we
you're not
can't.
mentioning names.
Yeah, we're not mentioning. Yeah, but if they ever do watch, they'll know.
Oh no, for their
They'll
actions.
know.
Oh, wow.
They'll know. Like, everything was cool or cute.
Yeah,
Like, everything.
and neither
everything.
was.
Neither was. Neither was.
Nothing is.
I feel like I
cool.
need to watch this.
Like,
to know what
honestly,
I'm about.
you'll want to shoot yourself in the face because I did several times.
You'll want to.
Sorry, you're gonna be like fucking Spotify. If you are listening on Spotify and that's annoying, we apologise.
No, we don't.
We
give a
don't.
Shit.
Go fuck
I
yourself.
really
Yeah,
don't.
we've so we've spoke about a lot tonight.
We've covered many
we've
topics.
hit a lot of
I'll
topics.
tell you what, this 2 hours
None-
has gone quick as fuck.
A lot
Yes.
of which were not Halloween based.
There were very minimal
I
Halloween.
do
based, but
want
the
to say,
story,
like, if anyone is watching,
Or listening?
or
Big up the
watch.
audio listeners.
Or-
watch the skies. Now, if anyone's watching and they can tell me what that pumpkin
it's from.
is from, I made it, and I made it from a pumpkin from a famous film. What film is it?
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the
I'll give you a
comments.
five if you get it right.
If you are listening, watching, enjoying, tell
I'll
your friends
buy you
about
a
it.
Guinness, even if you don't like it.
And he'll force
I'll
it
buy
down.
you a
He'll
Guinness.
waterboard you with a Guinness because it's Halloween.
That
But,
is my personal heaven.
That's your personal heaven.
Waterboard with
Just
Guinness.
take the blanket off and just give me the Guinness.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Tell your friends.
Can I just finish
follow
on
us
one
on
note? Sorry.
Come on, Danny.
Sorry, guys.
Junior.
Okay. So, like, I'm an audio listener to a lot of podcasts. If you're like, it's very visual.
It is very visual.
Go on Instagram and have a look. And then I want to say another thing. I want to say thank you to Jenk for the amazing story and the effort that went in. Everyone needs to
Thank you.
fucking say thank you to Jenk in the comments and whatever you do.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Just a story, bro.
I thought,
thank you,
I
Jake.
thought it was all right.
Very entertaining.
Oh man, come on.
You made me a simpleton.
Honestly, I'm the next
And you-
fucking
Let me fucking
RL
scoot
star.
kids.
And you referenced Aquaman, Jason Momoa, and Khal Drogo.
I did, yeah. all three.
All three. You hit the Holy Trinity.
The best thing about it was the fact that you two are shit. Did you mention that?
You were.
You mentioned you two are shit, and that was the best thing about
Yeah,
it.
you
They
two,
are,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You two are
You two
shit.
are great.
On that note,
On that note,
Thank
happy
you.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Trick or treat
Halloween.
safe out there.
What?
Have you heard, just quickly, have you heard that apparently there's like a thing where people are like, people might give out edibles, and it's like no one's giving out edibles. Like if you have edible,
If people are giving out edibles, I'm going fucking trick or treating this year.
If a 5-year-old kid knocks your door, give him MDMA.
fuck, we don't endorse that message.
nobody,
Just to clarify.
nobody can afford to give out free drugs.
Yeah.
We need
Let's
to
be
do
honest.
the goat of the session.
Oh, the go to the session. It's got to be a story.
Yeah,
It's
story,
100%
absolutely
story.
story, yeah.
100%. Look how happy he is because he was hoping. He was like, it better be my story.
It's not
Yeah,
just
it
the
is.
goat of the story; it's the satanic goat of the story.
It is the sacrificial
sacrificial goat.
Sacrificial
Story.
satanic goat of the story.
It is.
Well, yeah. Thank you
guys.
Thank you for choosing it. Hang on. Come on. I'm giving it all my all here.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to the Halloween special of the Goat Sessions. If your pants are full of shit, you were listening correctly. If your pants are full of cum, you were also listening correctly.
I will say, if your pants and or, oh my god, shut the fuck up. If your pants and or, no, just your pants are covered in shit and or cum, you probably should have changed them. Like if you shit yourself at the
It's
story,
still watching.
that was
If
an hour
you
and
did
a
it in
half
the
ago.
first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
But hang on.
he's never allowed buttons again.
Fuck you. From me, Satan. From him, Hannibal. From him,
Alfie. Me.
do you come as Alfie?
I didn't come as Alfie. I'm a voodoo dude.
And from Alfie as Alfie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Take care.
Halloween.
Next week.
Peace
Bye.
and love.
Bye.
Bye.
Fucking hell. After a couple of points, the four men had calmed down and talked about how shit Christmas. Hang on, I'll fuck this up now.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Figure your place, we can edit it.
Oh,
up
yeah,
quick.
hang on.
And I'm the fucking simpleton.
I know, yeah.
Did you not
So
think
long.
to? Did you not think to number your pages?
I didn't, but.
The simpleton thought of that.
This is going to be a lot of editing.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, well, it'll be one snip and another snip, or I'll keep it all in.